This week, Chloe's sister is a porn star. Jamma goes absolutely nuts and brings all of the conspiracies. And Chris attempts to set a car on fire that's full of children. So let's strap down, let's strap in, and let's do this.
This is just another trucking podcast.
Hello, welcome to the 150th episode. I am Tom. I am joined, I say as always, but it's really not. We have so many people here. We have David. Hello,
what's
David.
the name of the show?
Oh yeah, this is just another trucking podcast. Shit, did I miss that? Nah,
Yeah,
fuck
sure.
it. We're not re-recording it. This is it. We're in it now. We're doing it. We've got David. Hello, David.
Hello, how are you?
Better middling. Can't do much
That's
better
right.
than that. Got
There we
Chloe.
go.
Hello. There you go.
Hello. I like that. It was more energy.
Yeah.
We have Jamma. Hello, Jamma.
Wagwan Regins, everything I read.
Yeah. Yeah.
Indeed. And that's it. We don't have anyone else, do we?
I don't think nobody important.
We don't need anyone
No
else,
important. Like no one worth mentioning. Anyways, right. Anyways, let's start the pod.
Maybe they recognize his voice.
We have the MVP. We have Chris. Hello, sir. How
Hello.
the fuck are you doing?
Is
I
this
am
as
so-
Jam would go, the OG original gangster?
Yeah.
Is it not?
He's
Do not
OG.
do that again. I will be forced to ban you.
I'm going to be honest with you. I concur with what Jamma just said. I do not do that again. Holy fuck. That was...
I loved it, Chloe. You should talk to that from now on.
Thanks, David. We'll do it more.
Okay. Mhm.
Come on
So
then,
just a bit of
Chris.
backstory. So just a little bit of backstory for this. I have been trying to get Chris on the podcast quite a few times. I've tried calling him, and he is the most frustrating person to get hold of. Holy fuck, he is. He makes me angry. Holy shit. So this week, I thought, it's 150th episode. I have to get him on. And so I called him a couple of times. I'm like, I'm not going to get hold of him before the podcast. I'm just going to go over his head. So I went to his missus.
You went to the big
And
boss.
I told her to get him to come on, and she has got it done. He's even come armed with stuff for the for our what's the lie?
Truth or lie? Oh wait.
Oh, are we doing the would I lie to you thing, are we?
Yes, we're doing that. Yes, yeah.
Oh, I'd love to see Chris
But-
do that. That's going to be great.
You know, she didn't give me an option. She just
Did
told
she
me
not?
that I've got an appointment
Did she
at
not?
6
I know.
o'clock tonight.
Yeah, I know. That's why I went over your head, lad, because I knew you wouldn't be able to get out of it.
Oh, amazing. That's
You're
so
welcome.
good.
You're very welcome, sir.
But we're very happy to have you. It's
Thank
very
you.
exciting. We do
Very
miss
much
you.
so. We
Do
always
you
miss
mind?
you.
Do you mind editing this weekend, by the way?
No.
Oh, you don't mind? That's great. Thank you.
Chris has now got 4 kids. He went from 0 to 4 in about a year. Honestly, well, was it just over a year?
And a puppy.
And a
So, two years in
puppy.
total since I was on
Right.
properly full time. 4
Yeah.
kids,
Is it really?
a wife, and a puppy.
You really have been balls deep, haven't you?
Yeah.
You have to verify that these aren't all babies, 4 kids. Do you
No.
not?
Yeah. So the youngest, he's 8 months. Then there's Zara, whose birthday is today. She's 9. There's a 10-year-old, and there's a 13-year-old.
I can confirm that they are all ginger, so just...
They are.
Yeah,
Can we
they're
just
all
wish on your
Toms.
birthday?
No.
You know, it's funny. All my kids are ginger too. What's going on?
You do have
Hello.
young children.
Tom's been across the continent.
But I have, though.
No,
that is
no,
Yeah,
actually
that's
a
it.
thing I
genuinely
do.
has, yeah.
Yeah.
On the other side of the continent too, you could say. You know, because I'm on the west coast. Anyway.
I have been over that, the West Coast before.
You haven't?
I have, yeah, but I went to...
How
I
old
went
are
to
your kids, David?
What the-
Very young.
10 months old,
Yeah.
3 years old, 23 years old, and 25 years old.
Tom, when did you last go?
Huh?
When did you last go to America?
It's about 23... No.
Gotcha. I see what you're saying here.
Yeah,
I see.
It was funny, David. It really worked as a joke. whole bit worked,
Good.
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant.
Right. Shall we get into this? So, format this week, we're going to do some just regular topics. We're just going to just pitch in and just do stuff like that. And we have got the the segment that we had last week, but I can't fucking think what the name of it is.
Would I lie to you?
Would I lie to you? That's it. There you go.
We should come up with our own name for it, though. I feel like
we definitely should do. Although because David asked, because when I was suggesting doing this, I sent David a link to "Would I Lie to You," and all of my YouTube feed is just "Would I Lie to You" now.
That's right. I
forgot suggestions now.
Filled. Oh, it's you.
Me?
You've been on my YouTube, haven't you?
I forgot. I was on your YouTube. I was on the. Yes, because I uploaded
this
the video.
This is the reason why there's so much on there. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've been smashing it. Like I love it. I do like it. It's fucking.
It's funny. Good. It's so laugh out loud.
It is
funny.
Good.
It really is.
So good.
You know, especially the Bob Mortimer one with the owl
and the eggs.
With the owl, he brings in that cushion, and he's like, I had a tawny owl on this cushion, but it was a lie, obviously. He basically.
I don't know. It's past my bedtime.
I don't know that one.
Oh,
you've never seen it, Chris?
You've never seen it?
It's past my bedtime. I don't stay up that late.
Well, YouTube. You watch shit on YouTube.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's past my bedtime.
Since YouTube stopped paying me, I refuse to watch anything.
They don't pay you anymore?
No, because I don't upload anything, do I? So.
Well,
yeah, but it's still not good views.
People are still seeing
I
your
got
video.
that notification this week, Chris.
What?
Saying because I've not uploaded in a few months, my monetization's going to get taken away.
Oh, do you know what? I had that over
that.
Christmas. Mine's done that. But I've got nowhere near as many subscribers as you guys, have I? So, yeah, I was like, I'll take it on the chin. I don't need it.
Yeah,
I'm not making any money anyway.
I do intend. I have got. By the way, I've got a new job, a potential job on the horizon.
Back on lorries?
Back on lorries. One that I've been after for a while. Basically, they're currently building a new builder's merchant, and I found out off the grapevine it was going to be that. So I messaged the company.
Yeah.
And I was so ahead of the curve that they haven't even appointed a manager yet.
Oh, wow.
And when I messaged recruitment, they were like, yeah, we don't have anything in that area. I'm like, you definitely do. I can see it's being built. No, we definitely don't. So anyways, they posted something up on Indeed. And so I messaged them back saying, now you should know about it. So yeah, if I get called in for an interview, when is it being built?
Yeah, obviously it's being built now, but how long is it going to take?
It's I would say it's still a few months off, but I want to be I want to be top of the list basically. I want to be fucking I want to be like
be hounding
front and center.
Oh
yeah, 100%. But when I go there, I'll make sure I tell them I got this job. Well, I applied for this job before you did, mate. So just saying.
So fuck you, I'm above you.
Why didn't you just apply for the manager's job?
Yeah, just give yourself a job.
It's not a bad idea, actually. No,
you should do. You've got experience in it. Why not?
I could see you being a manager. You're responsible.
Are we talking about the same one here?
Don't think I'm responsible.
Responsible? Yeah, that doesn't check out.
No, it does not check out at all. I believe, Jamma, you said you've got a topic, but you couldn't tell me what it is or even vaguely tell me what it was. But you said it's going to take some time to explain.
Yes.
Right. Just
bring it. That sounds good.
I've been chatting about it to my trucker mates, right, all this week, and it's got everybody's heads going. You've got the opposite side that are arguing. So it's very thought-provoking, this is, right? So I need you to... Look, the end result is God either exists or aliens do. There's no way about it. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Right? They've got to exist. They have to. There's no way around it. You can't.
Aliens have to exist. And
honestly, I was thinking, what could this possibly be? And I was thinking, this must be something serious. It must be something to do with, I don't know, immigration or the government or something. No,
or
aliens
trucks.
are God.
Well, think about it. Imagine you're back at day dot. Each of you now, you're the only ones on this planet where you can't be a baby, because how are you going to survive a week unless a group of monkeys take you in and suck on a mama's teeth? Not going to work. You're going to die. So you can't have been a baby. So it must have been an adult that was put on at the age of reproduction, so you could reproduce and humanoid everyone. I can't speak at the minute, right? But that's what I'm saying. That you've got to be of age to reproduce. But now imagine
Right.
what's the coincidences of having a male and then a female together, right?
Right.
So
Are
imagine
you talking
that-
about
that's
Adam and Eve?
Adam and Steve, Adam and Eve. It don't matter, right?
Right,
What I'm
okay.
saying is, you need a
Adam
male
and
and a
Steve's
female.
very modern.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, the coincidences of having two, an X and a Y, in the same place on the planet on day dot, there's nothing around. It's just you. So chances are, if there is another human, they're perhaps on the other side of the world. Now, how long is it going to take you to find that one person in the rest of the world forever? So how are you going to be able to reproduce?
Jamma.
Gemma, how much have you
Life
smoked?
finds another way.
No,
As Jurassic World says, life finds
Listen.
another way.
Right.
So I spoke to my missus about it.
Are we talking about Adam and Eve? Yeah, because
No,
the
we're not.
Adam and
No,
Eve
listen.
thing is crazy to me because basically it's all
Who
about
wears leaves for underwear?
one. That's not my issue.
Because the pictures prove it. Are the drawings?
my issue is the amount of incest.
Well,
Right.
this is the thing.
So
Okay.
Adam and Eve had babies, yeah,
It wasn't
Yeah.
illegal back then.
right. But who did the babies?
It's not
have
now
sex
until
with?
you get
like
caught.
when their kids grew up, who did they have sex with? Because there wasn't someone else they could go and have sex with. It was each other. They was their incest babies. So
exactly.
basically,
Everyone's
it's
inbred.
incest.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
that's
Yeah.
true
So
anyway.
everyone's-
Well, that's it. That's it. I'm never
Yeah.
having sex again.
No, but then I spoke to my missus about it, and she says, "No, evolution."
I'll message your missus that and see if that's confirmed because I don't know you. I don't know if you have a choice in that, lad. Just saying.
Go on, Jamma. What did you say?
You can't speak with Tom. It's just a Tom show, isn't it?
I know,
I'm
he
trying to
takes
talk
over.
here, Tom.
Yeah,
right?
basically.
Bastard.
Right. Listen, I spoke to my missus about it, and she says, "Jay, I ain't got time for this shit." That's what she said to me. And she said, "Look, it's evolution. A fish got legs, and it walked on the earth, and then it had." I said, "But hold up. If you get two dogs, what's the baby going to look like? It's going to look like a dog. If you get two fish, it's going to look like a fish." So the only explanation I've got is a gorilla fucked a fish. How else? Well, think about it, right? So mammals and animals.
genuinely think
well,
that
That's
this is
going
broken,
backwards,
David.
though. That's not going forwards.
No, but
Did we-
no, listen.
Did we not evolve from monkeys, though?
Yeah,
No, it's fish.
well,
It was a
We're a
fish.
different.
It was actually
yeah,
a
we're
fish.
different.
A
It was actually
fish.
a fish, yeah.
So actually,
Go
apes
right
and
back, it was a
primates are
fish.
slightly different to us. We're,
Yeah.
I don't know
slightly
about you,
different
but I
family.
can't breathe underwater.
Yeah, but why are monkeys still here then if we evolved from them? Surely they would have evolved.
Well, they're
We
the
didn't evolve
retards
from
that
us.
didn't.
Yeah.
Well, no, you can't say that word, allegedly, all right?
We're preventing them from evolving. We're like keeping them down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're feeding them
Taking
from
them back.
bird feeders
Right,
to
listen.
stop them evolving.
Well, this is my other theory that it might be aliens. We're the only people
Okay.
on this
Okay.
planet. We're the only race on this planet.
So what are you now saying? A fish fucked an alien? Is that what you're now saying?
No, I never
What if
said
the
that.
alien fucked the fish?
Well, this is
do
true.
that too.
Which way round is it?
I don't know. You
I
put your
remember when
words-
this used to be a trucking podcast.
Oh, that was
I guess-
ages ago. That was like episode 3.
All I'm saying is, right, it's either God, and he said, right, that's where you tap in for your gas. That's where you tap in. There's no human that clever to get where we are today. You had Isaac Newton and dropped an apple and said, that's gravity. We're not clever enough to do what we've got today. A combine
I don't
harvester
know.
can chop the kernels off and get the other bit. Very clever stuff, right? There's got to be an helping hand for human beings to evolve this fast and to get where we are with this technology. They say, oh, we sent a rocket to the moon. In 1969, I can't get a signal on my mobile phone in 2023. And
We're
yet
in
you're
24.
talking to people, or 24. Well, I still couldn't get it in 24. What I'm saying is,
Yeah.
it's all
Yeah, that's
it's
true.
all rubbish. It's lies.
Yeah.
It's all fucking lies and smoke and screams, right? I'm telling you. So it's got to be aliens. I'm thinking now, aliens. It's got to be because all the animals
Is
in the
are you saying the
world,
moon? Hold on. Are you saying the moon landing is faked?
100%, 100%.
was done in the
There's no
basement.
wind.
Fuck
It was
is
filmed at
happening
Area
right now?
51.
Are you
Area
going to turn around and
51,
say
mate.
it's flat Earth as well?
No, I'm not, because
No.
find me the edge, take a picture of the edge, and I'll prove. And then,
But the
yeah,
moon landing is fake. It was done in the basement.
yeah, Area 51.
Oh my god,
mate.
Chris, you really
No.
do believe this?
Not even Chris.
Fuck is happening right now?
No.
Seriously.
Well done, Chris. Love you, dude.
For
makes you think that?
for the moon landing
Watch.
to be faked, too many people have had to been involved, and too many
yeah.
people have had to had.
And why?
to,
Look
What-
at the
what
computer.
They
purpose?
killed them all. They killed them so they couldn't tell the truth.
But
And
what
the
purpose?
computer
What?
back then was nowhere near as powerful as our mobile phones in our hands. So can our mobile
Correct.
phones send up a rocket?
Yeah,
They
so
had
how
like
are
an
they going to
8-bit
do 3D
computer.
editing if that's how shit they are?
They weren't 3D editing.
There was no
was
3D
it? They had
editing.
bungee
Look at the
cords.
flag. Yeah,
Yeah, the
look
flag's
at the flag.
moving.
In a
Come on,
flag.
man.
In,
Yeah, but that's
no
the site,
atmosphere.
so the flag moves in
What the
space,
fuck
which is
happening?
no atmosphere. So how's the flag moving?
And they're
I've watched
talking.
a series
They've got
on this. There's an
reception from
explanation
Earth.
for all that.
Come on, they've got
Because
reception
if-
from Earth
if-
to the moon.
If
Hello?
the flag is flapping, right, which
Right.
supposedly there could
But then
be,
how's it done in a basement? It would
Hang
not
on.
be flapping if it was in a basement.
but there could be some wind in space. Is the argument against it? But if there was wind, why is the dust on the moon's surface not moving in the video footage as well?
There's
Is
a
it not
reason
just-
behind it. I can't remember what it
If
is.
it-
it's
is it not
proved,
just like
go
it-
and do a Hancock. Paint
Is
a
it not
big
just that
fat
they've moved
lover
it
on
not long ago and it's still kind of because there's no air resistance?
That's the easiest
It just
way to
takes
explain
it
it.
just takes
No.
longer for it to kind of
Yeah.
stop doing the backwards and
Yeah,
forward
once
shit.
it's like that's it. That's what Tom's got it right. Once you get the movement on it, it just doesn't stop.
No.
It's like
But I
the
think-
it is,
that, by the way,
Tom is
I
on
genuinely
something. I've
think
seen
doing
that.
Facts of Life has made
But
me
that's
smarter.
the easy explanation, isn't it? Oh, someone moved it.
No, but
So now
because
it's
there's no
moving. That's just
atmosphere
so
up
Well,
there.
of course
when
it's been
Of course
moved.
they moved it. When they put
How
it
the
up,
fuck do you think it got in the
moving.
ground, you daft? Sorry.
Yeah, that's
Well,
true.
it takes- they say they've sent Mars rover to Mars, right? And they say they can speak to it and get information from it, but it takes something like 2 days for the information to actually travel that distance.
And
Yeah,
you
but
could
yeah.
speak to them. Hi, my
But they
name's
could,
Neil.
they could speak to Neil on the moon there and then.
Yeah.
Because he's a lot fucking closer.
Mate, I'm
And
on a
it-
phone.
and
I
there
can't
was-
get
there
It's
was
it.
so
actually a delay as well.
different.
If you actually work out the distance,
And it wasn't there and then. There was a bit of
days.
delay.
There was a delay because if you
Yeah.
watch Apollo 13, you can see like there's like it is quite. It's just like we're just with like how everything's
Plus,
edited.
if you also
Oh.
zoom in on the
think-
moon, you can see the moon landing. If you look for it, you can see the
you
footprints. You can see the
can't.
flag. You can.
No, you
can see
can't.
the
You can't.
footprints.
Oh.
And you can see the
Chloe, you can't.
No chance.
can't,
You're
you can't.
mad.
But
No,
however,
that's like-
you need a full-on
that-
telescope.
No, that is
You
like
can't-
standing in the garden and staring at pitch black. You will see somebody
No,
stood in the
you
hedge
can't
in the
see
end.
that.
Chloe, I got a picture of the dark side of the moon. You like that?
Oh, you're hilarious.
Another reason to prove that the moon landing is real is that, of course, there was a space race between Russia and America.
again.
and
And
the one group of people that'll be dead into proving the Americans wrong is David. Go on.
Russia,
Yeah.
or
The
China.
USSR.
Well, again, yeah, but USSR. But they never denied. They never said that they faked it. So that's just one of those.
When the USSR says, "Yeah, Americans did that," you've got to kind of go, "Wait, okay, fair enough
Oh my
then," because
God.
they never
Yeah.
agree on anything. Fuck me, they never agree on shit.
They'd have been paid.
What the
They can't even send
USSR was
anything
paid
to
on
them
the
in
whole
shots.
of the USSR.
They
What
just
else don't you
failed.
believe then? Come on, what else don't you guys believe in?
Yeah, that's actually a good
What
one.
else is faked? Come on.
I mean, in
JFK
fairness,
being shot?
Stanley Kubrick
No,
did.
that's true.
It was done by Stanley Kubrick. That was the fake moon landing, but obviously he's very particular about how he shoots stuff. So he wanted it doing on location. So
Someone's put in
All
the
I'm
chat
saying
9/11.
is, people
Oh,
don't
9/11's
realise
real.
that we are. Listen, people in here, we're all blindsided by governments. You know these puppets that you see on stage like Trump, Boris Johnson. They're all puppets. They're not actually in any power. There's something
Have you
going on.
heard-
Tsunami, for instance, right?
Whoa.
Impossible. The Impossible film, right? Tsunami, right? No, listen to me. Like magic,
David.
like magicians. Well, listen,
Tickled me.
magicians will show you something in the right hand, but they're
Okay.
actually doing something with the left hand.
Uh-huh.
Something happened. Do you remember above Canada there was a Chinese air blimp thing that got shot down?
Yes.
And then
Yeah.
just after that, the big tsunami happened. It was almost as if there was onto something. And Americans were like, quick, create this big massive scene using HAARP, the HAARP weather control system in space that can create these weather storms and patterns, right? Wipe them out, because then the whole world's attention is now on that tsunami while we're quickly doing something over here. Things like that, honestly.
COVID.
Harp?
are we being punked
COVID,
right now,
Lyme
David?
disease, it's all, mate.
I feel like we are.
There is, there
must
is
be
no way
fake.
there's a weather station up in the sky.
Check
No,
it out. Go on
there's no
Google
way
right
that
now.
Jamma is really believing this shit.
Go on. No, I
is the
don't believe in it. It's conspiracies and it's a bit of fun. It gets people talking.
Gotcha.
Right.
We're
Okay,
done.
right.
All right, fair enough.
Okay.
Fair
Because
enough, fair
I
enough.
was thinking that I'm gonna have to
No,
buy you a
research it
tinfoil
though.
hat.
Literally research harp whilst you're there.
Yes, I know exactly what I've
Yeah.
heard of HARP before. I know exactly what you're talking about.
So what
it is a
what
load
the
of
planes leave
bollocks.
behind?
The best they ever got
Chemtrails.
with the weather control shit was putting the what is it in the atmosphere? The silver dye, something like that. They basically can like put this powder into the clouds, which makes it rain, which is an actual genuine thing they do. That's scientifically proven, and that's about the best they can do. And they can only make it rain if the cloud is about to rain anyways. So it's
pretty much going to rain, and they've just blagged it as their own.
It's like very, very likely to rain anyways, but they can make it even more likely.
David, look at that Guinness. Isn't it beautiful?
Oh, is that the one on the shaky cans with
If
the
only
ball
that
in
was
it?
Pepsi to wind up Tom.
I know. I thought it was going to be Pepsi as well.
I was
I
going to be Pepsi.
thought it was Pepsi as well. Prick.
So I was talking to a friend of mine. He was a truck driver. I got along great with him. It was like I didn't get along great with a lot of my co-workers, but I did get along with this guy. And he started talking about Bill Gates and putting chip into the COVID vaccine or something.
I've heard this
Yeah,
before.
I read
Yeah.
that, yeah.
So, and I was like, "You really believe that? Yeah, nanotechnology." I'm like, "Wait a second. Do you think the Earth is flat?" Well, I'm not denying it. I'm not saying it is or isn't. I was like, "Oh my God, you're one of those." I'm like, "That is brilliant." I'm sorry, I never met one before. I'm like, I should have said that. I'm so sorry. But it was just
Stop
again, he
telling me
wasn't.
more.
It's fun though, isn't it? It is fun.
Anybody
think-
can go down those holes and
Yeah, it's a
and
good fun.
believe a little bit more each time you listen to it.
I
Well, it's
think
like the wheel, because they only
that-
invented one. So why would they have invented four? Like the first person in the world. Well, think about it, Chloe. Imagine you're the first person in the world,
Wait,
right?
once you've invented it, you're just going to repeat the invention,
No,
aren't you? And
listen.
go,
No,
"Oh, this works. This is a
Chloe,
great
look,
solution.
There's a reason in it behind all this. So if you're the first person on the planet,
Right.
there isn't any instincts. There isn't instincts because there's no history. You only get instincts from history, from bloodline. So you're going to be walking around, say a field, and like, oh, what's that? What's that thing? Big and brown.
Well, isn't
I can ride that. That's a horse. But what's a horse? You ain't going to know because you haven't got the knowledge.
Let's
You're
see
the
if it
first
can ride
person.
me.
isn't a lot of the human nature though is to make your life easier? So a lot of people invent things because they go,
No, but you're the only person.
I really
You're
need
the only
something that's
person,
going to help
Chloe.
me here. So you go,
No.
well, hang on a minute. If I've just seen this big ass rock move, oh, and it's a round circle. Hang on a minute. I've got this wood here that I could potentially carve into something round. Oh, look, I've invented a wheel. Oh, look, it helps. There you
Yeah,
go.
but
That's
how many
exactly how I
times,
would have done it.
Chloe, how
Done.
many times are you pulling on Billy Goat, thinking it's milk, then realise it's the teat you have to actually pull? How many times
We're
does
not
a human have
talking
to go
about
through
whatever
that?
we spoke about last week, that back cock or whatever it was again.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, if you're the first person, you've got no thoughts. You're like, oh, where am I? Because you can't have been a baby. You must have been an adult. You've got to have been an adult to survive, surely. That's where my question is. Who was here first, the chicken or the egg, basically?
Well, the egg.
How?
The
laid
egg
the
was
egg?
first.
Who laid the
Who laid
egg?
the egg?
Something that wasn't quite a chicken, but almost a chicken.
Like a little velociraptor.
With evolution, it was something that was almost a chicken. It was
not
just
quite a
one
chicken.
evolution away. Laid the egg, bang,
Yep.
that is a chicken. The egg
Yep.
came first. It's dead simple. It is
Yep.
not
Have you got
something that
proof
we
of
need
that,
to
Don't
Tom?
get a chicken without an egg.
Yes, we actually do have proof of this. Humans are evolving. Like, there are certain parts of the human body which is actually evolving. They've
Have
looked
you
at and
seen-
over time.
Have you seen the
Are you
freaking
about to talk
man
about-
that they've invented? They've created, showing that if we carry on the route we're going, we're going to look like this. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't.
Oh,
but
the one
have
with
you
the
seen
eyes.
Oh,
the
it's
Twitch
freaky.
speakers, the
Where the eyes
Twitch,
change.
the Twitch people that have had the headphones on for
Yeah,
all,
I've
they're having
seen
it
that,
all
where
day,
their heads-
and they've got
yeah.
like a dip. That's fucking
Yeah.
horrendous. Have you seen
Yeah.
this, Chris?
Got the long
That
neck like
wouldn't
that.
be really.
I think that's more where the pressure on though, because you got
Yeah,
a
yeah,
smush.
'cause it's got
Your head
constant.
does move.
Well, not everyone's a Twitch streamer, so
That's true.
Oh, It's one of these things. I think they figured it out well. It was like, well, Charles Darwin figured it out. It was like, hey, all of these animals here, they're almost like what I've seen over here, and this is almost this, but they've kind of evolved to become suited for this environment. It's
like,
But we're not suited for this environment.
Horses. They've got something called a horse chestnut, which is like up by their elbow, on their front leg, and that used to be their extra toe. So they would have originally had 2 prongs on their feet, and it's now evolved and gone all the way up the leg.
But
have
we're
you
not
seen like
evolved to
pictures of
live
people
here.
with tails?
Yes, yeah. People will still have tails. Some people, don't they?
Yeah.
Looks disgusting. Not gonna lie.
It's not great. It's not great.
But
Can you
Gemma,
imagine
we're-
dating someone? They go, just to let you know, I've got something down there.
Sounds
It's
like
a
Shallow
tail.
Hal.
Stop
Like that in
smiling,
Shallow
Chris.
Hal, and he had a little waggly tail.
I remember that.
But no, humans aren't
I
even
do remember
evolved.
that.
For this
Okay,
planet.
humans are. We're not suited to live on this earth, is what you're saying,
Yeah.
Jamma.
No,
Like, how come we're surviving?
Well, if you have a
the
look at all
problem
the
is
animals,
we're not dying is the issue.
well, we're only
Yeah.
100 years from extinction if we stopped having babies today.
Well, but my point, the thing is, because we've become so good in our environment, we can adapt to any environment.
Exactly.
Like it's because
which is alien.
But like, what do you mean it's alien?
Well, let me explain. I did tell you on the phone earlier. I have to get this out. So then
Wait,
you can
there's
argue
more.
The fact. So, well, about the evolution of the person. You're not evolved to live on it. Every animal lives in its own environment. They can live in the wilderness. They can survive. It's only humans that have to blow up shit, smash shit, build shit just to survive. We're the only ones that walk straight up on 2 legs. You could say monkeys, but majority of them actually do go on 4s.
I don't know. My cat.
We
does.
can't live in the wild. We would die of the
Kangaroos.
cold or the heat.
Yeah, kangaroos do.
The heat, but they use the tail
Penguins.
to balance.
Yeah.
There's also little mice that do it. Little kangaroo mice.
Listen,
that's
we
true.
can't live. Chloe, I want you to go to Antarctic with just what you got on. Try and live in
Okay.
the wilderness like an animal. I'll give you 3 days.
I'd kill an animal and have its skin.
You'd be dead.
How are you going to kill the animal?
Yeah.
I'll make something.
Polar bear will kill you.
Cockroaches can run bipedally. Lizards.
Yeah, but they're adapted to the environment. Humans are not because of extreme
We're
heat
all
or
adapted to
extreme-
all our the
We do
environment.
adapt to the
But-
environment. We
right,
just know
but
better
you're-
and we have to get
you're wanting
clothes
to take
and
us
stuff.
where in this scenario? The Antarctic.
Wherever. Where it's extreme, we can't physically live outside. We need something
Yes,
to
but
keep
because
us
we're
warm.
not, we've not evolved to live there, you dickheads. We've evolved to live in a nice house with a fire on.
Thank
We
you.
managed
Right, this
to
brings me back
managed to
round.
live in Bradford.
Well, this brings me back round. So this is the full story. This is the full
That's
circle
quite
of it.
extreme.
This is the full circle now. That's why we have brown people, because we evolved to adapt to the hot heat and we got coarse curly hair to stop us from getting burnt.
So you've just
Now
said
do
we've
you
evolved.
understand?
You've just said
So
we've
you've just
evolved,
admitted
then.
it.
You've just admitted it. You've just everything you've just
But
gone
it's
on about. You've just gone,
thought-provoking.
"Oh, yeah,
This
we
is
just
what I
evolved."
said to Tom. I said this will make a good subject
Fuck's
because
sake.
we'll all get talking.
Honestly,
Bit of banter, bit of fun.
Jamma, this has broken me on a
Thanks.
level I did not expect tonight.
No. This is 150th special
No, it's the 150th episode,
episode, sorry.
not the 150th special episode.
Maybe we're
That's
allergic
true,
to
yeah.
oxygen. Yeah, fair play.
Oh,
Yeah, someone in the chat
Pepsi
has
for
just
sale
said
in the
that.
chat.
Yeah.
I want
By the
some
way,
Pepsi
Chris,
now.
we have a chat. If you click on chat in the bottom left or whatever, I don't even know where it is on your thing, but you can actually see people chatting with us. So, and
Oh,
if you go
yeah.
on YouTube, you can actually witness this as well. Now,
Yep.
we are recording this on a different day than normal, so we have less people in the chat.
Yeah, but it's on a Friday because of David.
And Chloe.
I
is
could
it
do
really?
tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Well,
Huh?
thank you then.
I could do tomorrow.
I thought you said you were going to be.
No,
doing
you
work all
guys
day
said
tomorrow.
about doing earlier on in the day, and I said I can't do earlier because I'm doing TPC. But after 4:30,
Well, surely you've
I
evolved.
can do it.
Okay, then it's me.
Oh my god.
I blame David.
But no, play that game, honestly, everybody. Just play the game. Just start going down. Just think of something and then
Just
just
go to
down.
QAnon.com, is it?
I don't know. Who's that? I just think it's fun to play with your mates at work. You just really get like, who designed brass and why? How did we know that brass kills infections and that's why we have them as door handles? Who was the bloke? You know, that kind of thing. You just go
Wait.
off on tangents.
Does it really?
What?
Well, that's why we have brass door handles. Did you not know this?
No, it's not.
No.
It's aesthetics.
It's self.
Check
no,
it.
it's
I swear
self.
it is.
It's self sanitizing.
sanitize. Yeah, that's the word.
What?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why we have brass. That's why we have brass door handles, because they're just they're self-sanitizing.
So
don't
why
be
are
Googling
hospitals?
bloody everything, Tom?
Why do hospitals not have brass door handles then?
Because they want you to be
they want
dying
to
so they
clean
can
them.
have a job.
It keeps them
Like,
in business.
it does. Like coppers want you to break the law. Firemen want you to set fire to your house. Doctors want you to get sick because they need your money.
Yeah, that's why. The dentist always gets.
It's because
out
brass is a
at the end.
highly
Yeah.
durable material that can withstand a lot of wear and tear. I think the fact that it's I think what you're saying is just
Self-sanitizing is a bonus.
yeah, it's just like a little Brucey bonus.
I
But
think
it's
I saw
quite cool.
it. I think I saw it on the same video that Chloe saw with the whole paper bags factory emitting a lot more.
It was a true program, thank you. Don't give me that shit.
Mine was probably
I was
true
bringing
as well.
hardcore facts.
Well, look at
Were
Rubber.
you? I don't remember that. Huh?
Well, look at Rubber. Who was the guy that went around stabbing trees? Oh, we'll make a tyre out of that. Rubber.
Are killing horses.
It's normally a byproduct, isn't it? They get a byproduct and they go, "Oh, what's this?" And then they discover it's something texture-wise, and they go, "Actually,
Yeah,
that
but how
would be really
amazing is
handy."
that? How amazing
It's
are
it's
human
not.
beings?
It's not, and we're not. This is how dumb we are and how stupid we are. Say, for instance, aspartame, which I personally hate.
Oh,
It's a whole thing.
don't
Well,
start
no.
with Pepsi.
I'm not going to go on
No.
it. However, do you know how they discovered it? It's basically,
you
it was
told
either
us this.
aspartame or sucrose. It was one of the
It was
two. I
a,
can't
was it
remember
not
which
a
one.
chemical? And then they
And
went,
they were like-
let's
and
randomly try this.
Well, and
What
they
is it?
licked
I
their
genuinely
fingers
don't know what it
afterwards.
is.
That basically,
it?
it's an artificial sweetener, and they were fucking around with chemicals, which could have been very, very deadly. And at the end of the day, they licked their fingers and were like, "Oh, my hand tastes sweet. I wonder what that could be." And then started licking the chemicals inside to see which one tasted sweet.
Yes, but
that's how
isn't
we got
that how-
artificial sweeteners.
That's how everything comes around, though. Normally, some idiot is fucking with two things, and it creates
it's-
something.
They're sticking either their tongue, their fingers, or their knob into something, and they've gone, "Oh, this is great," and then that's however we figured out that.
They said that
Yeah.
for that previous disease, didn't they? Stick your finger up your bum and smell it. And if you can smell it, you've got it.
What, for COVID? Is that the new testing?
Do you remember? Have you not seen it go round? Stick your fingers
I
up
was
your
testing
arse,
myself every day.
No,
sniff your fingers. If you can smell
That's how-
shit, you've got it.
That's how
Wow,
you test for
I
COVID
just
now,
feel 2
Tom.
seconds. What have I walked back on? What the hell?
The new test for COVID.
Right.
You've got to stick
Sniff
your
your
finger up your
fingers.
ass and then sniff it. And if it smells bad, you've got COVID.
That's bollocks.
No, if you don't smell it. If you don't, because you lose your smell, don't you? Or something.
Oh,
right,
I get
don't
confused.
smell
I
it.
get
Yeah.
right,
Okay.
I'm with you.
Why do
That
you have
makes
to
is the
more
best
sense.
air
do
freshener,
sticking
isn't it?
your finger up your ass though? That's
Well,
a little bit.
I thought I'd had
weird.
COVID for nearly 40 years. Like,
Why not just go to like a perfume bottle or something that smells nice and just sniff that?
Again, they don't last as long as shit. You could have a shit 40 years down the line, disturb it, and you're going to smell it again. An air freshener or perfume just goes. It
I can
dies.
vouch for that.
Yeah. When you used to have white dog poo
Oh my god!
and you kick it.
Oh my god!
white
lingers.
dog poo.
What is?
Do you remember that when you used to
Yeah,
put stuff
you know
in
when
the
it goes
food?
all hairy.
Yeah. They used to put different percetic or whatever. I don't know the word.
Preservatives.
Preservatives in the dog food, yeah, and dogs used to have white shit. Do you remember that?
Hey, do you know what?
yeah.
I do remember that. Is that the reason why?
Yeah,
Yeah.
What the fuck?
because it causes a chemical imbalance in the body.
Tell you what, Chris, we're on
Honestly.
fire today, aren't we, boy?
That's genuinely like, holy shit! You've actually come up with something interesting other than the fucking
What about
aliens.
dog shit? Oh my god!
So what's your
What?
facts, Tom and Chloe? Hey, what are you bringing?
I don't know. Has someone got someone trucking related on this trucking related podcast?
Chris, are you still trucking?
Yeah, and farming. But I have actually got a topic.
Go on.
Wait,
yes.
back the fuck up. Right, well,
Yes.
let's have your topic then.
Near misses that have happened to you or a work-related colleague, and I mean like really near misses, not like I nearly.
I'm
cut my
guessing
finger
something's happened this week.
off. Not this week, a while ago.
Go on.
You know what's funny?
Go on.
That was the same topic I was going to bring.
Really?
Was it really?
Honest to God,
hey,
it was going to be
hey,
like
hey.
It was in a similarity in a way of like the amount
We're
of time that you
linked.
could have died.
It is,
We're
it's the
linked.
bold
It must
eggs.
be it's the aliens.
It's
It's
the
the
eggs.
aliens. That's why.
It's not. It's the bold heads. They're communicating. The eggheads are there.
Yeah. less hair to dampen the insulation.
What happened to you, Chris?
Yeah, go on.
So it wasn't to me. The wagon was in the workshop, our workshop, being serviced, having some work done to it.
Oh no!
Needed
this
its
could
brake
go-
pads changing. Right?
Right.
So obviously they put it on wooden blocks so it was higher up so they could crawl underneath because they had to change the engine oil as well.
Oh no!
Yeah.
They've then, while it's on the wooden blocks, jacked the arse end up, wound the brakes off on the arse end, changed the brake pads, put the arse end back down, jacked the front end up, wound the brakes off, replaced the brake pads. The lad went underneath to lower the jack. As he's lowered the jack, obviously all the brakes have now been wound off. As
Yeah.
it's touched the chocks, it rolled forwards, dropped off the chock, making the gap between the wagon and the floor smaller than your body,
Mm-hmm.
onto his side, dragged him on top of the wooden chock, and pinned the wooden chock across his chest and the fuel tank down the centre of his back.
Oh my god.
Holy
Is he all right?
fuck!
He is all right. He has 2 broken ribs.
So he's no longer
Only
left.
come
could've
away
been
with
worse.
2 broken
Fucking hell.
ribs. Wow. That's like.
And the only reason why we think he only has that is because 4 of us were within 2 meters of the wagon, so we were pushing
Yeah.
the
So
wagon
you were able
backwards.
to, yeah,
Yeah.
able
Jesus.
to fucking.
But it
shit.
could have
lucky
been.
he didn't get
Oh.
squashed and.
Hmm. So that was our near miss. And
Wow,
like,
that's
obviously it's
very
taught
lucky.
us to chock wheels and stuff
Yeah,
like that,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
so they
Yeah.
can't move. But I want us to know what near misses anybody else has experienced at work.
The closest I've ever
Wow.
come, and I genuinely thought afterwards that was again a crushing thing. And I've told this before. Someone had hit me at a services at like 4 a.m. or something like that, and
Yes.
he'd been trying to back onto me, and he'd been trying to do it on his blind side, and so his cab was kind of like pointing away from my truck, and he'd hit the truck, and I blasted the horn to tell him to stop. Got my clothes on, and I fucking stupidly jumped out. I shouldn't have done it, but I jumped out because my shoes were down on the driver's side in the footwell. I've gone to get my shoes on and dropped down. But as I've got out, he started going forwards, which has then started bringing the back of the trailer in towards me. And I was like, fuck, I'm trapped. I'm trapped. I cannot go anywhere. And then the only thing I could think of doing was just dropping down and just rolling under the trailer. But if he'd had guards on the back of the trailer, I'd be dead.
Yeah, they'd have
Like
pinned you.
for 100% sure, I'd be dead. There's
Wow.
no doubt in my mind that he'd have crushed me that day.
Yeah.
And I don't think as well. I don't think he still understands how close he came
How
to killing
close he
someone.
came to
That
doing
lad.
that. I think that's the worst thing, isn't it? Being crushed like with something like that would
that's
be
one of the ones
yeah,
that you don't want to
horrific.
have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
David, what happened to you then?
Our
You were gonna bring your
first trucking
topic?
topic, and it is super depressing.
I know, right?
No, I've told a story as well. What triggered my memory of this story is that I was pulling out of a driveway, and there's a bit of a it's at the top of the hill basically. So you're going up the hill, right? But I was imagining my son driving, because I was driving a manual car this morning, and I had to be really quick. There was so many vehicles, and and I had to pull out really quickly. All right, but I can imagine
Considering
how
how
much
many kids
pressure.
you've got, pulling out's not something you do often.
Jesus fucking Christ!
Sorry, dude.
I'm gonna ignore that.
Sorry, dude. I love
such
you.
a
I'm so
child.
sorry.
You really are.
Sorry.
I was imagining just starting off learning how to drive a manual car. All right, like taking off really quickly. You know, when you take off the flat ground,
Yeah.
you give it a little bit of gas, you lift the clutch up, blah blah blah. But when you're taking off in a hill, it gets a little, because then you start rolling backwards, blah blah blah, and you end up killing it. So there's some times when I pulled out this morning thinking like, if I kill it right here, I'm going to get T-boned. All right, because I'm pulling it because I cross traffic or whatever.
Right.
And so I was just thinking like, Jesus, can you imagine my son doing that, or someone under that much stress? Like, they would have to just wait until there was a bigger gap. They really would, you know what I mean? But as in like, so I was just thinking. Then I was started remembering the time of when I did kill it, when I was in a semi-truck at the very top of a hill, I was making a left-hand
fuck
turn,
yeah.
which was, remember being in America,
Yeah.
and the semi-truck came down, and oh shit, oh fuck, I killed it, so I had to put it into gear. I think I missed my gear. That's right, I missed my gear, so I didn't kill
The
it,
panic,
and now I'm
yeah.
stopped, and I managed to get it into gear again, and I just see the guy coming towards me, skidding his fucking brakes, and now he's using the shoulder. And I pull over to the side. Because I saw him pulling over, and I got out and apologized, and he fucking just gave me a proper lecture and all that kind of stuff, But I felt like, because that could have gone two ways, you know what I mean? And it was just the other time too when I pulled out of a parking lot.
Just
and I
quickly,
thought there was two lanes.
You told us that
How
story.
quickly? Why can't I finish my fucking story?
but going back to
where
that
I
one
lose
there,
my.
Welcome to the
that
Tom
one
Show.
there that you're talking about, that junction. Did we? Because we started doing a little mini series.
We did.
And then you said that's the fucking junction. Someone else had done exactly the same thing as you did, not?
Someone else.
Yeah,
well,
we did watch that. Yeah,
He just happened to pull out sooner than he was just pulling out slowly.
Come on, come on, David.
Go on,
Next
sorry.
one, come on.
It was just that I pulled out of a parking lot. I thought that I had a lane, or there was two lanes, and there was an RV coming towards me.
Oh no,
And,
yeah.
And as soon as I pulled out, I realized, oh no, I'm pulling into his lane, and he had to he had to use like the other side of the road. And thank God there was nobody coming, and just avoid me, like a proper fucking disaster. Avoid me, that was a guaranteed I would have been dead situation. Thank God he was paying attention, and it was just because Anyway, I was just wondering that as well. What were those moments that you've had that are
Scary,
rememberable in a way of like you could have died?
Yeah. Jamma?
Oh, by the way, Chris, I yell at Tom a lot.
Yeah.
I've learned in the last 2 years that I get to fucking yell. So it's just it becomes
He's horrible.
He's also very sexist as well. You'll learn that.
Fine.
Yeah,
I
very
thought you were going to
sexist.
change the name to Just Another Tom's Podcast.
Oh, you just get like that.
Wait.
Hey, I just picture
like
that
that.
meme then of
I like that.
what's his name out of Goodfellas, that little. Sorry. You know that meme? Is it the meme?
No.
Tommy Facsetti in Grand Theft Auto Vice City, and he's
that's
like,
right. I remember that.
You know,
Wolf
got
of
one,
Wall
Jamma.
Street will go. I've
Jamma.
never had any near misses, to be honest.
Have you
with
not?
No,
Well, not in
I'm
anything of life. Anything.
No, I'm too. You know what? I'm very cautious. They call me Captain Slow at work, so I'm just cautious, mate, on everything I do.
All right, James, man.
You get paid by the hour,
Jam
mate.
over the James
If in
May.
doubt, drag it out. Get more paid in. Party out. Yeah.
I was much safer, and when I started getting paid hourly, I really was. I did.
Take your
It was
time,
just
man.
because you are when you're not getting paid and you're only getting paid mileage. It's just you're eager to start making money, instead of just.
I've not really had anything like happen to me as such, like other than the scary things I've had is like when I first learnt to use the row bin, and you obviously got to hook it on and pull it on and hit the rollers. And one of our trucks, for some reason, the hook, however it works, when I was first learning, you've got to check it. Otherwise, sometimes it'll hook right on the end. And then when you get it so far onto the lorry, it will just drop off. And obviously, because there's rollers underneath it, and it's got like, some of the times it's like 14 tons worth of weight, it just flies. And I mean, it flies at rocket speed backwards off the lorry onto the floor, because it's got rollers on your truck, rollers on the floor. It's gone. And I remember the first time I ever lost it was on a building site in like a car park bit. And there was like a skip behind. I don't know why. Chris, why are you giggling?
Yeah, I'm curious as well, Chris.
Because
you can't just giggle. And
I'm
not
just
get away
thinking
with
if you hit another car with it.
Oh right, no, I didn't hit another car.
Oh.
That was lucky. But what there was like another skip behind, a little bit further back, and there was these guys watching me put the bin on, and I was fairly new at the time, so I was a little bit nervous. And the guys, they walk behind you when you try and do the bin, and you're like, don't do that, because things can go wrong. Anyway, this one guy walked behind, and then as he came out from behind and around the other side, and I saw him in my mirror, all of a sudden the bin just came completely off the hook, and it was like rocket speed, the biggest bang. Everyone's turning around going, fuck me. And honestly, this guy, if it was like a couple of seconds before, that would have been him, because it went flying back, impaled into this other skip. Look, it's only a skip, it didn't matter. But if that guy had been there, that would have been him gone. Just literally instant death. Nothing you could have done. And that would have been on me. That would have been completely my fault, which would have been horrendous. And yes, ever since then, I've been extra careful, like ridiculously. I've had it once where I was trying to put a bin off, and a kid on a push bike decided that it was hilarious to cycle underneath the bin as I'm loading it.
That would have been me as a child.
There's one that I know, and was the driver behind me in the queue.
Yeah.
And we were unloading like 20 mil stone or something like that. And I don't know what he was thinking. I don't know why he was thinking it, or like he must have been new. But like there was him, there was another one, and there was two James Booth drivers behind that. So they didn't see it happen, but like they saw people running, as in like so much just fucking happened.
Oh shit!
He'd forgotten to. So you've got on the back of a tipper. Some of them have got twist locks, and some of them have got like a little bar that comes up and just kind of like pins the back doors in. And they've got like two kind of like...
I know what you're on about.
Have you heard this story?
No,
well,
because I know the trailers now.
Oh, right, okay. Well, so basically, his
wanker.
twist locks were off. He's done his twist locks. He's got the body fully up in the air, and he's forgotten to take his bar off. So he's gone round the fucking back and done it, standing in the back, behind it. With it fucking 29 tons fully up in the air. Well, obviously...
So the bars are not open, so he's waiting to tip. So it's in the air and it's not tipped out.
It's fully up in the air, but the back doors are still closed. And you need to get a stick and like you can kind of knock them up. But you don't do that from directly behind.
Oh no, that would just be stupid. You're going to get buried.
Well, it's not just that, but that
back doors swing open.
Up.
Oh, okay. The door's not flicked.
He's been hit by the door, which has knocked him down slightly, and then 29 tons of stone has, like, kind of to an angle, 29 tons has then just buried him. So, like, apparently people were racing.
Everyone runs away?
No, everyone was running towards him to help.
Oh, right, thank God. I was thinking,
obviously, like, a call's gone out on the radio. The only other one that I've ever heard, and it's still to this day...
He was all right, though, yeah?
He was, I think, yeah, from as far as I'm aware, he survived. The only other one that I've heard, and it still, to this day, haunts me, and it makes me, like, because a job came up for a hot box around here, and I thought about it.
No.
He, something dropped inside the hot box.
No.
And he went to go and get it, and
he did not.
The door shut on him. So basically, it fucking closed on him. And he just screamed for help. Someone happened to walk past it.
Yeah.
And they managed to get him out, but he never worked again. That lad, he had like
serious burns. I'm guessing.
Like
was he a bit like Anakin Skywalker?
Yeah. It was like kind of like medium rare, I'd say.
Ouch.
What's hot box? Is that like hot tarmac, that kind of thing?
Yeah, the tarmac wagons.
Yeah. So it needs
like
to be kept hot.
Oven.
But he's gone in to go and get some out.
So bad.
That must have been truly.
See, I get
horrific.
haunted. I get scared when I was a kid about falling into a garbage truck. You know when it pushes up.
Oh yeah, I thought about that.
Mate,
no,
you know what I mean? When
like
you're stuck in there and it just coming closer, and you're like, ah!
No, don't want to be done with that.
Raggy dolls,
we watched a video, obviously after the incident at work, because health and safety was then like all over it.
It's funny how things change when someone gets injured.
Oh, no.
So we had a big health and safety brief after a massive bollocking, and we had to watch this video about health and safety in agriculture. And there's a guy on there talking about his own accident, and he's lost one leg just above his knee and the other one just below his knee. And basically, he was baling in a field, and on the front of the balers is a pickup that obviously picks a straw or whatever and drags it inside.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
And it stopped moving because it got stuck.
Oh,
so rather than turn it off, he got out and kicked it. And as he kicked it, it started spinning and just dragged his legs up inside the baler.
Oh, God.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's awful.
This is the worst thing
Imagine
I've ever
being
heard.
alive and that actually happened.
Yeah, He crawled back to the tractor, up the steps to get his mobile phone to phone for help.
Oh, poor
I,
boy.
I
Oh my
genuinely
God.
thought. I genuinely thought you were going to say he crawled back up his thing to finish off the field before he went to hospital.
No. That's something one of our lads would have done. But yeah,
But that makes you think, though, when you say stuff like that. That's how the industry is in HGV. But then you've got the train drivers that are like, we're going on strike, we want more money. But they've already been paid more than us, and we do quite a lot for driving. Why haven't we got this in our industry?
where we're on our own for several hours of the
and
day.
we worked throughout COVID, didn't we? We didn't have any days off. We worked come rain, sleet, or
That's
snow.
good.
We
I
have to
enjoyed that.
always work. We provide the country with fuel and essential services like food and whatnot.
And skips.
But we don't get to have a strike. And I heard on radio today that they're asking for like a 7% pay rise, which will put them up to about £60,000 on average.
Mm-hmm.
We don't get that. And we're not on a rail. We have to actually navigate through roads and dangerous streets and stritties as well.
Well, we were
Right.
talking about this last time, weren't we, Tom? That we could effectively go and do another job and earn more money. Well, Tom is a van driver at the moment, earning more money than us.
But that's what I'm saying. I think. Is it because we're all independents within the logistics sector? It's not a government thing. Is that why we're screwed?
Yeah. And you would need every haulier and every driver to stand together.
Because if
and do it.
one turned around and said, "Oh well, we can just undercut every other cunt." And so
that's what would happen.
That's what they would do.
I guarantee
But
you.
surely inflation.
Yeah.
We have to pay
No.
the diesel prices. That
I
have gone up.
guarantee
So
you,
why aren't we
what
passing
would
it on to the
happen
customer?
is we'd all stick together. Like all the smaller hauliers would be like, "Yep, we're not doing it," and Stobarts would just turn around and go, "Yeah, we'll do everybody's run that day. Fuck it."
Yeah.
Yeah,
And ruin it. Yeah,
And they just take all the work,
yeah.
It's
and
sad,
that's
though,
why it
isn't
doesn't happen. It is.
It is sad because there's a lot of grafters. You've seen people like back in the day when they had the frisbees.
Mm-hmm.
They would work 25
So,
hours.
just very
wouldn't they?
quickly, in the chat, Galvar's just put, I had a CPC instructor say to me, lorry drivers the only people that get penalised for working hard.
Yeah.
Honestly, don't
Yeah,
think I've
I've
ever
heard
heard a
that.
truer sentence in my life. Yeah.
No,
And it's
true.
Gavlar, not Galvar.
And I think
Or
every
Galvar,
driver
sorry,
should
what
actually
did
have
I
a
say?
transport.
Galvar.
I think every driver on the road should have a digicard as
Gavlar,
well,
sorry.
even car drivers, to be fair, and have at least once a year to do a CPC. I do. I think
Well, they were
car
talking
drivers
about
should be
bringing that
given it.
in for vans anyway. That was
No, I think car drivers as well, because the way that they drive around, I think they ought to understand the roads that they're also driving on, that they are surrounded by different sized vehicles. I think they should be there.
Yeah, they don't have to do anything until they're 65, and then they got to tick a box to say I'm safe to drive.
Yeah.
I think.
I can't see the road, but I'm safe.
I think doesn't matter. Don't make any of them do CPCs. Just give us the right to barge them out the way.
Yeah.
That's the thing. We're as low
Snow
as the low.
plows.
We are the scum of
It'll
the
just
scum.
gently scoop them
Salmon.
up on the side of the road.
Yeah, chuck a salmon at them.
Yeah.
You've got to try and reach over though, ain't you, to the passenger? We need one of those like automatic. Can you make one, Tom, for your website? An automatic arm slap, blah, on the side of your truck.
What, for a cyclist?
What, like you've got, instead of an indicator, you've got a little slap hand.
Yeah, imagine that. Just comes out like blip. See ya. I saw a picture, a video the other day on Facebook where it was a runner, a jogger actually cut up a cyclist, and the cyclist called him all the names under the sun. I was like, now
That's
you
rich.
understand.
Yeah.
Now you understand, eh? Calling the poor jogger. And I was just like, come on.
Well, 4 cyclists have lost their licence, haven't they, in Yorkshire?
Really?
Push bikes.
Yes,
The
I've
bicycle
seen
license?
this.
No, they've
What's
lost
this?
their car licence.
Have they?
Really?
Yes.
Wow. Wait,
Yes,
this is
because-
juicy. Come on.
It is
So-
honestly, it's amazing. This video.
They're coming up to a set of traffic lights, and if you imagine there's like 2 lanes, so the left
Yeah,
lane
yeah.
is to go straight on, and the right lane is to turn right at this junction, and there's
Yes.
queuing cars in the right lane only, and the cyclists, 4 of them, are in the left lane approaching the red lights. What they don't realise is they go past an unmarked cop car that's sat in the lane,
which is
queuing to turn
recording
right,
at the time.
which is
Right.
obviously recording all the
Yeah.
time because they do with the dash cams, and they just went through the red light and turned right across the flow of traffic. So the cop cars obviously nipped out, blue lighted them, pulled them over, and they all hold a full UK driver's license. It's gone to
Yeah.
court, and the judge has taken the licenses off them for 2 years, banned
Brilliant.
them all.
Fair play to that
Wow.
judge. Yeah.
But nothing's
Good.
stopping them from cycling on the road.
No,
Unfortunately, not. No.
They can still
unfortunately
cycle
not.
it, yeah.
So they can carry on, do stupid activity and
Yeah.
all that kind of
But
stuff. In the
they
bikes, yeah.
they suffer in the fact of they can't drive a car.
Yeah,
for
so
2 years.
lost jobs for 2
Well,
years, or
I mean, but
gotta
it does
cycle
mean
to
that we
work,
have to
or-
put up with them cycling to work for 2 years. So
So who's a real loser?
yeah. I think it's us. Right.
they're
Should we
just
do
encouraged
truth,
to cycle more.
truth or lies? Are we doing truth or is that what we're calling it? Truth or lies?
Well,
Well-
the TV show is called "Would I Lie to You?" So we can't take that one. But
We're going to
yeah,
call it "Lie to Me, Bitch." Right. That's what
I
we're
like
calling
it.
it. Don't know.
Well,
right,
at
so
least
we
give
did this
it a
last
voice,
week.
then. You've at least got
Lie
to do
to
that,
me,
like Ricky Gervais does. You know, you got to go, lie to me, bitches!
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll just keep
come up with
using that.
something. We'll come up with something like facts of why, as in we definitely
I'll
have
lie
them
to
with
you,
that.
Tom. You're good looking and you're beautiful.
Wait.
So, Jamma, do you know what this is about?
I do indeed, yes. Yeah,
Okay,
Tom's prepped
and
me.
Chris, you do too.
Who's deciding who's doing what?
yeah.
I
Right.
got Nessa.
Yeah.
I'll go first, and then you can kind of get the idea of it. Basically,
We get to pick and choose.
yeah.
Okay.
But what we'll
I don't
do
know if I've
is
got any.
because Nessa's not here to pick the ones. We'll get you guys to pick a number between however many you've got. So if you've got like 3 of them,
Okay.
it'll be 1, 2, or 3, and we'll sort of say pick number 1, pick number 2, don't know, whichever one like that.
Gotcha.
However, I have gone a little bit overboard with mine, so you have everywhere between 2 and 35.
Wow.
What?
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Now,
All right, 7.
Tom, I have a question, Tom. First, now the lies that you have, are they stuff that you just thought of? Or
These are,
they
but
okay? Are there
the next
situations
time-
that's happened before to somebody else?
It depends. Some of them are ones that some of them are ones I've just created. Some of them ones are
Gotcha.
yeah.
Gotcha.
So it can depend. There's different ones.
All right, number 7.
Right.
Tom?
Okay. I once got thrown out of the Vatican due to a
True.
toilet incident.
True.
False.
Well, you got to ask questions.
We've
Yeah,
got to
first,
ask
yeah.
questions before we
Right?
decide.
don't
We
need
can say
to.
the truth.
I don't need to.
It does check out, yeah. It does, yeah.
What's
Okay.
the
Well,
Vatican? Is that
What
Russian
did you
place?
do in the toilet?
No, the Vatican is like the center of like the Christian religion.
It's where the Pope lives.
How
What
old were
country
you?
is it in, Tom?
It is in Vatican City, which is his own country. Don't even
How old
fucking
were
try
you?
it on me.
How old were you?
Honestly, no idea. Probably like 23, something like that.
Were
Could
you
be, ish.
masturbating in the
Why-
toilet at 24?
No,
Why did you
no,
get
no.
thrown out again?
Was it a Morrison's event?
Right. It wasn't as bad as the Morrison's incident.
Okay.
Still banned for life.
But there was basically I blocked a toilet in the Vatican, and I was with a group of mates.
True. I
And-
told you.
So I used to sell tours of the Vatican, and we got this. That's a whole other story by itself. It's completely true, by the way.
So this is your job at
Um,
the time, yeah?
So
Is
this
this
is my job,
real?
but we got
Yeah.
a free
Well, this is what we've got to
tour.
figure out.
We got a free tour of the Vatican with the job, and so I went to the toilet partway through, and I clogged the toilet, which I thought was absolutely hilarious. And I told these guys, and we were all pissing ourselves laughing. Obviously, this is a very, very religious place, and you can't be laughing like that in the middle of the Vatican. And I was asked to leave. So,
True.
yeah, there you go. That's the whole story.
Okay. What did you have to create such a large bowel movement?
I don't know,
just
pasta. I
Tom.
don't really know. It's just,
Okay. Okay.
yeah,
Alright,
Italian food.
Who are you with? Who are your friends?
I
What were
I
their
knew you
names?
asked this one here.
He
And for the
can't,
life
for
of me, I
legal
cannot-
reasons. Legal reasons, he can't disclose their names.
What was the
can't
Pope
for the life of
wearing
me.
that day, and what was the
No,
weather
you
like?
don't see the Pope, you
Ooh,
dickhead.
what was the weather like?
Hot. It was very, very, very hot. It was Rome in the middle of the summer. It was disgustingly hot.
What were you wearing?
Probably like jeans and t-shirt.
Why were
Maybe.
you giggling and not feeling embarrassed then?
'Cause
I
it's
was
Tom.
embarrassed, but I was giggling. But I was.
He
I
wasn't
really giggling, it was
embarrassed
more
when he
of a laugh.
blocked Morrison's.
No, you were very proud of that moment. Exactly.
It was really funny. But the Morrison's incident came afterwards. You have to remember that. This is the precursor. This was the
Yeah.
warm up to the Morrison's incident.
I feel
I'll
You've
I
say
feel
never
like I
talked about
can't-
this though. You've never talked
Yeah,
about this
well,
before.
this is where I feel like I can't answer because I know a lot more about Tom's background.
And his bowel movements.
It's
Yeah,
history.
but has he paid you money, Chris, to get in on this? That's what the other question is.
Well,
it's
that's the
true.
question.
Chris was
That's
there.
what. That's why Tom's working tomorrow.
Chris was there. I'm going to say true.
It does sound like Chris might have been there.
Who do you
I'm gonna
Not
say-
known Chris that long.
I
He was
just
definitely
I'm gonna
very
say-
quickly.
Wait, how long have you known each other?
Long enough.
Long enough
Not
to squat
since he was
together.
23.
Long enough that Tom was my best man.
Well, yeah, I know he was your best man, but I thought
Lovely
you
man.
only sort of met because you were YouTubers.
That's how I thought they met too.
Yeah.
No, they
So
were
you
shit.
weren't
They were
there?
shit buddies. Thunder buddies.
You're throwing me now.
I'm going to say true for me.
I'm going to say false. I'm going to bet that it happened to somebody else. That was
Okay.
there.
I'm going to say false because I would have heard this before. I'm sure of it.
I'm going true.
Yeah. I think we've all answered.
Yeah. I don't know
Yeah,
about
what?
what about Patreon's just going to like really drag it out here. Oh, someone said
Oh.
lie.
We got Pepsi for sale says a
I-
lie.
You guys know me well enough by now. It is, in fact, not true.
Yeah.
It was a lie.
I
It
should've
was
stuck to my
completely made up.
guns.
So I did
course it
did
was.
work in the
Cheers,
Vatican.
Chris.
I did get a free tour of the Vatican. However, I didn't use the toilet in there. I just walked around it. It was shit. It was
Okay, so it didn't happen to anybody else.
No.
Either.
Oh no, I just made that up. I thought about the Morrison's incident, and I just thought, what else going to make up about that?
Very similar.
Sorry,
Very
guys.
similar.
Very
That-
clever.
I'll
Very
take your
clever.
2 points. Thank you very much, lads.
I was saying
I was
lie
just
as
saying
well.
this-
Chris really
It
got me
sounded
there.
legit.
And I
Yeah,
thought,
Chris,
yeah.
Chris, you bastard.
See,
but it
the
did
thing
sound
is-
legit
Welcome.
you. But
Da-
obviously,
David
it was
and
like, we would
Chloe-
have heard this.
Because you've already had a round with me, I think you're starting to cotton on to my shenanigans.
We've got to. Yeah, we've got to keep.
Should we do David next? How many have you got?
All right, I have 15. So pick a number between 1 and 15.
8.
All right,
Okay.
8.
Sorry, I got
Good.
excited.
All right,
8.
sorry, they're not numbers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. I fed 2 people some meat products that were forbidden to be eaten in their religious culture.
So I'm assuming this must be pork we're talking about.
Yes.
Right.
So it was. Oh.
So you hang on. You
Wow.
ate
And-
food products that you
And
weren't allowed to.
and beef, by the way.
So say it again.
100%.
So one of them was Hindu, I'm guessing. Does that mean?
Hindu? Yeah.
So
Yes.
what religion was the other one then?
Hang on, I missed what you said.
Um,
So what you ate
No,
food that you weren't
he
meant to.
fed
You
meat
fed.
products to people whose religion.
Nah,
Oh.
lie, mate.
So,
Nah,
so
not
how
a chance.
did
Were
you
you cooking
how
the
did you
meal?
feed it to
Was-
them?
Yeah, was this
Well,
like
it
cottage
was-
pie or something?
It was
I think
Thanksgiving.
that's
all right?
lamb, I
Okay.
believe.
I knew not to. I knew I wasn't supposed to feed them stuff. You know what I mean? So I made sure it was like vegetarian. But I forgot about the oxo. You know, and I forgot about the beef stock.
Right.
You know what beef stock? Do you have beef
Okay,
stock?
yeah,
over
yeah.
there?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
do,
yeah.
yeah. See, I forgot. I didn't realize what that was made with.
Wait, do
All
they
right.
know this?
They didn't know. I just knew that No, they didn't. No, I made. Jesus Christ, no, they still don't.
They've
know.
never found out.
They never found out. But the thing is, they were like absolutely amazed how everything tastes.
You
It
know
was
they
like,
could
this
go
is
to
fucking-
hell
this is-
for this.
I know. That's why. I think afterwards, somebody told me afterwards, and like I
It's
kinda-
alright, it's
I freaked
aliens.
out.
Don't worry.
No, this is Bob, mate. You're chatting, but you're too respectful, David. You know you're not stupid. You know for a
No, he's
fact.
not though. That's the thing. I think he
can-
would
I
do
can see
this.
happening. I can see this happening.
If he was drunk,
Right.
maybe. But
right,
no.
so who were these people?
Hmm?
What
one was-
religion were they?
Hindu. I can't remember what the other one was. It was so long ago.
Were they
One of
close
them wa-
friends?
No, they weren't. They
I
were
was
actually
gonna say
from two
probably
separate
not.
groups. Yeah.
So why are
There
these
was,
at your Thanksgiving if that's not their religion?
It was bring friends to. It was whatever. You know, it was very. I didn't.
It was
not that
whatever.
I didn't know that right. It was a friendsgiving, and they could bring people, but there
Okay.
wasn't that many friends, so I was only cooking for like 10 people. You know, they brought some as well. You know, but one of the rules was, you know, let's just keep this. You know, let's make sure we have vegetarian meals. Again, I just
So what-
forgot. I didn't know.
Do you just had random gravy in the cupboard and thought, oh well, fuck it.
No, it was it was. I barely remember.
So what were you actually
But
making?
it-
What was the
we
meal?
used-
Thanksgiving meals. It's like a big
Oh,
roast.
like a proper.
It was the stuffing.
Yeah.
You know, it was it's how I made the stuffing and how I made the gravy. All right. So we used for the gravy. We used I think it was the beef stock.
Yeah, and then you would
Stuff.
put pork in the
Stock.
stuffing.
You know what I mean? And it was just
Ooh.
like it wasn't oxo. I say oxo only because you guys
yeah.
are
I mean,
familiar with
that
it.
is kind of on
But-
them though. They should have checked. They know stuffing's normally made of pork, and then there might be beef.
Yeah, I just didn't know.
It's on
I just,
them.
honest to God, I just made sure that you know.
Blaming the
Chloe.
guest.
Whoa.
We're blaming the guest.
So was it?
So if I
store-bought?
hang on, no, hold it there a
minute
second.
ago, though, you
Chloe,
did say that you
Chloe,
knew. No,
Chloe.
what?
So if we come to your house, right, do
Yeah.
we have to let you know if we have allergies to anything? We
Yes.
religiously cannot eat anything.
Yeah.
Do you have like a
Yes.
check sheet that you hand out at the
You've
door
got to-
that
if
we
you've
have to
got
tick the
someone-
boxes and
Hang
hand
on a
it
minute.
back?
If you've got some guests come in, it's their responsibility to tell you if they've got allergies or can't eat something. Is it?
Yes,
not?
I would agree with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yes,
I would agree with
but
that.
I'm
It is-
sure they would have said to David, which is why there was no meat at the Thanksgiving meal.
There was meat. There was just there was just a lot of vegetarian options.
Right. So
You know what I mean? And I just basically went for. I think what happened was somebody said to me that their guests, whatever, right? They basically don't eat this. Okay, that's okay. Vegetarian. So if that's the case, you know, all right. So no meat. All right, and that's basically how I looked at it. I didn't know about the religious thing. I didn't realize what it was going on and all that. It wasn't until afterwards when somebody brought up. I was like, oh shit, did they? I noticed. I just remembered them eating this. Like, they know that they.
So
weren't
this
supposed-
wasn't like an afterthought. It wasn't like while you're at the
Yeah,
dinner
it
table
wasn't. It
sat
wasn't during.
sweating
It wasn't
shit
like
yourself.
I would.
So did you
Yeah,
not
it
take
was
the pleasure
afterwards
after
and they-
and go, by the way, you know that food you really enjoy?
No, because they're better off not knowing.
There's
When-
a reason for
whenever-
that.
I
Do
hope
any
they
of
don't
them-
listen to this.
I was
then.
going to say, do any of them actually have access to this and can hear you now? And
No, they're not his friends. Don't worry, it's fine.
I don't think so.
well, surely
Again,
you must
they
know
were,
them.
they were,
if you're
they were
cooking
friends
for
of
them.
friends.
We'll find
They
out
were
next
friends of
week
friends.
if
Yeah.
he doesn't turn up.
I'm going to go lie.
I'm
I'll
going to go
guess true.
truth.
I
Yeah,
don't
I
think
reckon
it's
I'm
it's
gonna be
true.
honest with you. I all the way through, I was like, "This is bullshit," and at the end, I suddenly started thinking to myself, "You know what? This actually sounds."
It sounds very
When he was
Yeah.
explaining about the fact that it wasn't just like a meal. This was like it was like a proper like there was all the different options.
Yeah.
At that point, there, I was like, "Shit, maybe this could be actually true."
I actually hope it is true.
I think it's true.
I think this is
100%.
true as well. I'm going to
I'll
go
be
true as well.
shocked if it's not.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Go on,
what did you say,
David.
Gemma?
Lie. I don't believe this.
Everyone except for Pepsi. Oh no, everyone says it's a true. I reckon.
Basically, if we're wrong, everyone believes that you're a horrible person. Is what we're trying to say.
And I'm trying to actually
there
stand
is
up for
no
you.
matter which way, there is no good. There's no out for you on this lad.
It's a lie.
Yeah, told you,
No.
David's too good, mate. He's all...
But
He's so good.
it did happen to my wife.
Really?
Oh, what she did it, or she got
she
fake
did.
stuff.
Yeah.
I told you
And,
David wouldn't do it,
so-
though.
Did, yeah,
I
David
would have.
would do it.
I easily would have done it. I not realized it because it was her and an Irish mate of hers, or actually, I think one of her boyfriend at the time, and they were in England, and it was a bunch of college students, and yeah, so she did. I don't know. I can't remember exactly what the meals were. I think one was stuffing, maybe one was gravy, and I can't remember exactly what it was made with. None of that. But he caught me on the name. I'm like, fuck, give me a name. I don't know their names. I'm like, okay, I've got a friend who's Indian, and I couldn't remember what religious
Yeah,
shit
yeah.
was.
Shit. The names.
so
the
many
names
things
where
I
you can
didn't know
catch
about
people
the
out,
story.
isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
and what was their religious group? And I had to back. Okay, yeah, fuck. Seriously, I was sweating it. Seriously, thank God you can't see me swallow. Because I got this beard. Because I would be like, I do have some
You
tells,
play it so
you know,
well,
but
though.
they're
So
hidden.
I'm impressed.
Because it's kind of something that I would do, and I
Yeah,
would be a moron.
100%.
At it, you know.
100%.
Jamma, let's have how many? You've got 3, have you?
I think I got 6, I think.
My God, well done, sir. We'll have number 4. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
number 4. So
4 is... Shit, no, maybe I haven't then. Wait there. I'm looking at my Instagram because I've sent them to Ness.
Just go with number 1.
Yeah. Go
least
in
you've
number
got one.
You've
So-
definitely got one.
So when I was really little, I didn't know about this until I was a bit older, and my mum presented me with this video, and yeah, it was me on TV, as a baby, and I was modelling Pampers in the UK. I was the first mixed race baby to be on TV, basically in Pampers.
What, as a-
And I was quite shocked when I saw
Oh.
it because I was with my missus at the time, my old missus, and she was
And
like,
you
"Oh my
didn't
god, how
know?
cute you was!" I didn't know. I was a baby.
Where did the
I never
money
knew.
go?
Trust fund. Yeah.
But you should have
Why
got
did you
that.
not
it
know
when you
about
were
it with the
18.
trust fund?
Yeah, you should have got it when
Yeah.
you were 18.
Which I did. I bought a car and I moved to America, didn't I? Do you
But-
remember
but you
rightly?
didn't know where
So
this
you
money
found out
came
before
from?
your trust fund, or
No, I
after?
didn't know. No, because this I found out when I was 13, 14. I was with a
Okay, so this is
girlfriend back then.
before, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
okay,
but
right.
I was,
So
I was
you were-
older.
I thought you
was
just
like a
spent your
teenager.
trust fund and went, "Where's this
Right.
come from?"
No, it was
Woohoo!
basically no.
What kind
How
of-
much of it?
Ha-
How much of it did you get to keep? Of the gig?
Honestly, my mum used this. I think she took quite a lot of it. To be fair, to basically keep us, if you know what I mean, to buy me clothing, stereo
Yeah, yeah,
system.
yeah.
Okay,
It's
well,
just
it's
support
essential
you
needs.
guys.
Yeah, that
But
makes
I
sense.
got around about $5,000 of it, which
That's
is what
still
I got.
pretty
So
good.
So
That's
you
a
bought a
lot of
car
money
and went to
pay for a
America on
Pampers
$5,000.
advert.
I bought
Wow.
my
How many-
car.
hang
My
on.
first
Yeah.
car was a Corsa. It was a Y Reg. I got it for £3,000 and £2,000. I moved to America and I quit my job as well. So I took all my builder society.
Where in
money out.
America?
Michigan. I flew into Cincinnati, from Cincinnati to Kalamazoo, from Kalamazoo to Colon.
Did you go to a bar afterwards and introduce yourself, and then a bunch of hot girls came around and started talking to you?
No, but I did.
Sorry,
I did
this
go
is-
to a bar.
This
and
is from
grill.
the scene from
Love Actually.
it
innit?
Love Actually?
Yeah.
No, but
I knew where you were going with
I did
that.
actually go to a bar and grill. Yeah, I had my first drink with my dad when I was 21, because I was just old enough, and the lady had my birthday.
That's right. He was
1985.
there. You went to go visit him.
Yeah, I went to visit him. And
Sorry.
we had a
Okay.
drink.
Sorry. This is besides the point. Okay.
Yeah,
So sorry.
we-
That has nothing to do with it. That's actually a
the
true
issue
story.
is
That's a
when,
true
when
bit,
you
yeah.
mix truth
Okay,
with
so-
with fiction, isn't it?
That's a lot of money for a Pampers
Yeah.
advert, though. Like, how
So
much are
what-
they actually paying?
So how much do you think the total
No, it would have been
was?
more than that. You think about it, it's a commercial that's constantly running. My mum would have paid.
So,
would have been
when
signed
was
up.
this?
No.
I think she had more than what she was letting on. If I'm being honest.
When was it?
My mum's Irish, she's definitely like that.
This is a good
Yeah,
point.
where-
When
yeah,
was
what year?
this?
What year was it?
Oh bloody hell! I was born in '85, so maybe 85, 86. I was crawling.
That's
I went
a lot
old.
of money.
It was just
All
You've
right,
got
this
to
isn't
think.
sounding okay.
That's a lot of money
I know
for
people.
85.
I know people who do ads, and he doesn't get paid that much when he's on it. And this is current times.
And that
No, I'm
was
just
back
saying.
then.
Back in
I'm
19
just saying that's what
back
was
in
in my
85?
trust fund was $5,000. That's what I
Yeah,
had. So
Was it just
that's
one
a lot.
advert as
add
well?
into
One
it.
advert.
I don't know. It weren't just one. I'm not sure. All I've seen is one advert that come on.
What
So
were
might
you
have been
doing in the
pimped
ad?
out.
What was I doing in the ad? Well, I was a baby. I was just crawling around with this nappy
Were you
on.
okay? So the answer is crawling.
Yeah.
So you were crawling in the ad,
Yeah.
okay? And that was all you're doing. How many seconds were you on there? Did you just
Oh,
go by the camera? Was there other babies in the
No.
from the
it
video that we're
literally was-
watching? Obviously, you can't remember.
No, from what I seen on the video that my mum showed me, which was the first video, it was just me. Being the first
What
mixed race
nappies?
baby. Pampers.
Which nappies? Pampers.
Yeah. Yeah. Because originally.
Earlier, you said Huggies.
No, Pampers.
No, we
I
did say
definitely
Pampers.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, he definitely said
said
Pampers.
I'm trying to catch him out.
Hang on, I'm just checking whether they
Yeah.
were established.
So what's how? Right. So this conversation when your mum told you what was happening? Because you said you were with your.
It was a
ex, didn't you?
party. She tried to basically embarrass me. It was a party, and she put it up on the TV screen.
That's
And my
I
mum
would have
said-
thought she'd wait till your 18th though for that. That's like an 18th
Yeah.
embarrassment.
No. I
And
was
then,
getting
but
a
don't worry,
girlfriend.
you've got a trust fund.
No, because at the time
Yeah.
I was actually on a show called Trisha, if you know it, in England. There was
Yeah.
a show, and I was on it
What
for
were you doing
music,
on Trisha?
singing for a day in
Okay.
a recording studio. I was on there with Liberty X, if you remember them, and Charlotte Church's manager. You could find
Yeah,
it.
all right.
yeah.
All believable. All believable. All this stuff is believable. Yeah.
Oh.
It doesn't, but
There's too
I
much.
still- the amount of money that you
too
got.
No,
much
but Jamma
tangled
has
in.
got a Jamma has got a history with celebrity stuff, so
does,
I
he
can
does.
believe stuff. That's the thing.
And the $5,000, you've got to remember, that was in my trust fund. So my mum and dad have been putting money in anyway, so it's built up. I don't know what I
Yeah,
actually
and
got
interest.
for the advert. There's
Interest
I don't-
as well.
It's just in a trust fund.
So you don't think that this is all from that? Fuck.
There's
Oh,
probably
I'll be-
had it
I'll
from
be
my
honest with you.
grandma, my granddad.
The
you know,
money-
you know, we all do that for our own kids. We put money in, we add it in, you get the interest. I don't know what I believe my mum got, because my mum at the time, I remember in 1991, my mum bought a J995 JVC, and it was a Scirocco, the original Scirocco. I don't remember us having
None of
that
those
one.
things made any sense to me.
It was a
those
brand new car.
numbers and-
My mum had bought this car
Okay.
from somewhere.
Okay. All right. And you said it was for Huggies.
No, Pampers.
Okay.
David's got like this plight, and he's fucking going for this shit.
He's sticking to it.
All right.
Everyone's not
okay.
there. Hello,
I'm
everyone.
going to go true on this.
I'm going true. Yeah, I can believe this. Go on,
Lie.
Chris.
Lie.
Lie.
You're
I'm going to go with lie.
Oh, it's a mix.
So
It's a
either
mix.
way,
in
he's got
fact-
2 points.
It was, in fact, a lie.
And I
All right,
believed you
was-
as well.
I
Was
believe
any of it true?
Zero, man. I got no money. I got no trust fund. I'm a council
No,
estate
but like
kid,
the
bro.
Liberty X and that was all true, wasn't it? The
was
Liberty
well
X,
played.
Trisha.
Liberty X and Trisha was true. Yeah, I
Yeah.
can send you that in the group later. Yeah, you can see it.
Yeah, there
Okay.
was definitely truth
All right,
to
no,
it.
that was
I
perfect.
thought,
That was-
oh.
Yeah,
that
that
was well
that was
done.
so well done. I fucking,
Well done,
you know
Jamma.
what? I believed you almost from start to finish. Almost start to finish, I believed you on this. Fuck,
Yeah.
you bastard. Chris,
Yeah.
Perfect.
let's
That's how
have
the game is
number
played.
2.
Number 2. I once pretended to set fire to my mate's car while his 2 children were in it.
That's gone
Okay.
dark,
All right.
mate.
Okay. All right. What's your mate's name?
Hang on.
Glenn.
This is when you didn't like children, isn't it? I can see this.
I was going to say, yeah, he never had
Okay.
kids
Right.
until
What are the kids'
recently.
names?
I don't know, but the twins.
Bernie and Ernie.
I'll be honest with you. If
How old were
he
they?
gave names
At
for
the
them,
time, they were about a year old.
yeah.
So how
if
did
he
you-
gave names to them, I would say this is a
What?
lie.
How did
because-
you make it look like a fire then?
So at the time, I worked at a paintball site, and I took a smoke grenade, and I put it underneath his car, so the car looked like it was on fire. And then I ran into the building going, Glenn, your car's on fire. Your car's on fire, mate. And he's gone, my boys are in that car. And him and 4 other work colleagues have grabbed fire extinguishers and run out and started spraying the car. And obviously opened the door and got the kids out.
Did you
At
know the
which
kids
point-
were in there?
Was it
When
foam?
was this?
What was it? Powder or foam? Wasn't it?
Phone.
And did you know
How
there
old
were
were you?
kids in
How many
there?
years ago?
I would have been 23, 24.
Right.
Did I know the kids were in that? No.
Then true.
Okay.
Definitely the kind of prank I would have played on someone, yeah.
Yeah,
Smoke
I'm
bomb,
going to be honest with you.
100%.
I was ready to lock in true on this almost
Yeah, it's
immediately.
true.
Chris is such a bad person. There's no way this is
a very good prank.
100%
Very
Right,
It's a great
true.
prank.
Now,
It's a great
if
prank.
you said that you knew the kids were in there, that would have been an epic and of all epic pranks, but terrible. And I don't think anybody would actually do it, but it would have been just
Chris would.
making some.
Yeah, I reckon this
But
is a great prank.
there's a bunch of other questions too, but it's just like I pretty much know how you're going to answer, and but
Go on.
There's no way. This is true.
How
This-
close was this? How close was the friend?
How close was he? He ended up sleeping
Yeah.
with my girlfriend at the time.
Was this before
So
or
was this
after?
revenge?
At the same time as you or not?
No, we were
Yeah,
both
yeah,
at the
Oh,
same
okay.
time. Him and 3 other mates. I was still going out with her, but they were sleeping with her as well.
And you found
Well,
this
at the
out.
same time.
I found this out.
So why did you do a smoke bomb and not just clear him out instead?
Yeah.
Oh, this was before I found out about that.
Oh,
No,
okay.
you've just said that you knew about it.
I knew about them sleeping with her. Yeah, when I split up with her.
Before
Oh,
you
okay.
did the smoke bomb or after?
No, after.
Are you saying
so what
that they
did
had
you
a
do after
gangbang?
then? So if you've done a prank like that before you knew that, what did you do after the fact that you found out something real serious?
You
Nothing.
actually firebombed the car.
Nothing.
Nothing.
That don't make sense. That don't make sense.
I mean,
I'm still going to
this
go with
is-
true because it's got to be
Yeah.
true.
Come on. Everyone says true.
Yeah, true.
It is true.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
There we
I
go.
genuinely, everyone in the chat is like, I'm pretty sure we've heard this. I'm pretty sure I've heard this before as well. I was
Wait.
like, I'm sure
Brilliant,
I've heard
though,
this.
Chris.
Have we
done,
actually?
mate.
Do you think?
Right.
Yeah, I think you
there's
might have done.
definitely an episode. But I did this last week, and I was like, I think I might have said this before, but I'm winging it now.
That's
But no, I
brilliant.
definitely remember this.
I might use
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I remember
That's
shitting myself when they were all running out for the kids. Going, the kids are in the car because I was like, "Fuck! If that smoke grenade actually gets hot enough underneath the car, it could set fire to it."
Now you're worried.
Yeah,
if the car went up, that was that gamble you were willing to take.
Yeah.
I could blow up my mate's car.
That's
Oh well,
And
if
like
you're
the
right.
The reason why I asked how long ago it was is because nowadays you can't a person can't leave their kids in the car.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You know,
True.
So
Can't
but as
you?
in like
Like a
Oh,
dog, ain't it?
Chris, did
Stop.
they
Yeah,
did
it's such
they
a-
find out it was a prank, or did they actually genuinely think it was on fire in the end? Did you
no,
actually
they
come
found
clean?
out. They found out it was a prank because obviously they were
slept with his
squirting it
wife
with the
after.
fire. Yeah, they were squirting it with the fire
You're just there
extinguisher.
giggling.
why didn't you tell me it was a once the guy said, "Oh, my fucking kids are in the car." Okay, it's a prank. Why
Because
are you?
Like, is this the
I
reason
just
why he
panicked.
slept with you?
I
Is this
don't
why
know.
he slept with you last?
Yeah, 100%.
No.
100%.
it's because she was a slag and slept with anybody.
Oh, okay,
Well, it's
fair
because you
enough.
tried to set fire to the kids. He's
But
like,
was it?
"Oh,
Were you saying that she had a gangbang with them all?
May or may not.
Okay, right.
How
I'm not incriminating any evidence on it.
how
what's her
angry
name? I
were
might
were
have
they?
been
How
there.
angry were they?
Yeah,
Her
how
name
angry
was
were they?
Michaela.
Oh,
How
no,
angry
I've
were
never
they?
done a-
David's got a good point.
Yeah, how
Yeah, how
angry?
angry
Wow.
was that guy
Oh, he was fuming.
when he?
Absolutely.
Like,
Like,
was he punching you? Because
He was-
okay. Surely
he was
smoke
going
might have
for
actually
us.
gone into
Yeah.
the car too.
he was going
Okay.
for us, and the boss was holding him back while I was trying to crawl under the car and actually pull the smoke grenade out from underneath it.
I
that
don't want to
was still
say this
going.
though, Chris.
God.
He definitely got the best revenge.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. Honestly,
I still
probably-
talk
probably
to him.
just as well.
I
Do you
wouldn't
really?
talk to him.
Yeah, I still
Talk
talk
to
to him. Yeah,
Wow.
No, Chris.
because I just keep threatening to tell his wife. So.
Oh, was she going out with
Oh,
someone?
what is he
at the
still with
time?
the wife now?
Yeah,
Wow.
oh yeah, he was married at the time and still is.
Ooh.
If anybody
shit.
knows him on this
Wow.
podcast, please direct them to this episode.
It's bad times for you, my friends. Right, Chloe, let's have yours.
How many do you got?
I think I've got two.
In which case, we'll have number 2.
Okay. I was once commissioned to draw Nigel Manson's dog.
Nigel,
son's
who?
dog. Nigel Manson's son's dog.
What dog was it? What breed?
It was It was one of the the floppy, like a English bulldog
Is
thing.
that the race car driver?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's the race car driver,
Yeah.
and it's
son.
Nigel.
Mansell?
Manson?
Manson?
I'm saying false
I
straight
believe.
away.
I believe
False.
Manson is a. Well,
What's
it's
his name?
either a
Nigel
singer or
Mansell.
What is his
Mansell.
name?
Mm-hmm.
Mansell, isn't
Nigel
it?
Mansell. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how
Well, it
did
wasn't
this
him,
how
it
did
was
this
his
come
son.
about?
So I used to work in a pub, and weirdly enough, the daughter of the owner was going out with the son. 'Cause
Right.
they're local.
Where
And,
was this?
How old
They
was
knew
the son?
I was a drawer, and they just asked me to do a sketch, and I said, "Yeah,
A
why not?"
drawer. Is that the official? Is that the proper
Yeah,
term
is
for
that
it?
the proper term?
They know I like art, and at the time I was doing a lot of sketches and things like that. And they
What
just
Did you
said,
paint? Did you paint him like one of your French girls?
no, I
What was the
had a
son's
picture
name?
of the dog. I have no idea what his name was. I just know the
What
girl
breed
was
was
called
it?
Well,
Callie.
he's someone famous.
Yeah, what
surely you
breed
should
was the dog?
remember.
It was an English bulldog type thing. So it was like a
What,
floppy.
with fluffy
tin thing.
ears?
No, he had just pointy ears.
So why do you say floppy?
I've said floppy chin.
Floppy
You know, like the
Yeah,
flappiness.
she did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Flappiness. What
Yeah,
color was
Probably
it?
very.
It was just white with like a patch, I think, if I remember rightly.
What colour was the patch?
Oh, I don't even know if it had a patch, I think it was just plain.
Oh, you're
I mean,
really
you
crap
sat,
at
lying.
you sat
lying.
and drew this. How long did it take you to draw this?
It took me a good couple of hours because it's like a big A5 one that I did, but I did it with like a biro
pay you?
pen.
What did you do? How
They
did you,
paid me,
was-
yes. So I spent hours, right? And like I spent
Did
like
you
a day
declare
or
it to the
something.
tax man?
No,
Yeah.
did I fuck? No. I was young and I said, just pay me whatever you think. And they paid me 20 quid for it. I was like, not even
What-
fucking
what
worth my
pub's
time.
this?
£20.
What
I used to
pub's
work in a
this?
pub called the Old Dawlish Brewery.
Right, because Mansell's not from that area, so I just wanted to know why he was doing
Well,
that
they've
in that
got
neck of the woods.
they've got like a go-kart thing down this way, haven't they?
I don't know. You tell me.
Well,
I think they
originally it
have.
was Manson.
Yeah,
I don't know
Marilyn.
what his name is.
So how old was you in this pub?
Oh, I was about 19 at the time.
And you're telling me you can't remember the name of the famous race car's son that you
I
drew
wasn't really
for?
into race car people. It was
Still
just
a
that I
famous
was being
person.
told. I just knew who it was, but I don't remember his name very well. I just knew it was a famous dude, and that's
What
my
did he look like?
excitement. I've never
See,
met
this is the
him.
problem. Chloe is the fucking wild card.
How much was a pint?
It's just a complete stab in the dark.
That's a good question.
What did
That's
you
a
say?
good
How
question.
Much is what?
How much was a pint?
How much was a
'Cause
pint?
men can determine.
She's
what
already-
year
we
it's
already
in.
know
Like,
we already
did
know
like
she's
a
worked in the
special on
pub.
Foster's for like
So that doesn't matter.
£2.70 or something like that. We did a spot.
The
we did
pub
like a
is
special.
definitely true.
Yeah, the pub was definitely true.
Yeah, but the thing is, because
Wait,
we all know
wait.
that
Are you
Chloe
confirming
can
that the other
draw,
part's a lie?
Who knows?
All I know is that Chloe knows that she knows that we know that she can draw. So this is a good way to entice us.
Is it though?
Or if Nigel
Here's what-
Mansell wanted an artist, he wouldn't go to a local girl at a pub. I think he would pay
Who
for
said
it.
he wanted the artist? Maybe it was the family that I was working for.
No.
They just went, "Oh, we want to do a picture. Oh, look, Chloe
No.
randomly does pictures. We'll just go with
Yeah,
it."
no, I'm not going to. If I put myself into a pub and I see someone
Have you
just
seen
like-
my art, Jamma? Are you?
I have. It's
are you-
brilliant, but
Are
I know
you
it's better
dissing my art
now.
there and not
No,
thinking
no.
I'm good enough for Nigel Manson's son?
What I'm saying is at 19,
I don't know where the
you
name
wouldn't
is.
have been as good as you are now. You're a lot better now, so no one's going to look at drawings
Not,
of a
I'm
stick
worse
dog.
now. It was not a stick dog.
I'll have you know my stick dog drawings are very good.
I don't know. I'm going to say false.
Yeah, it's a
I-
lie.
She knows that we know
I'm
she's
gonna
a good
say
drawer.
true.
I know she can draw. She's brilliant artist.
Yeah,
she
she's
really
The
is.
phenomenal.
reason, the reason why I'm going to say it's true, all right, is has nothing what you guys said or anything. It's just because she only had two to choose from, and it's. I found it when I was making up my stories. I
I
did
think I
all
only
the
had
true
two.
ones
There
first,
might be three.
because the true ones are very easy to come up with because you don't have to use your imagination. You got to use your imagination for the lies, all right? Because I feel like she didn't get around to the lies yet.
Yeah, but her true
All right,
one's
so
going to be
that's-
number one. She's going to put the truth down first to trigger those other
Yeah.
things.
It's a
Yeah,
lie.
this is
a
a lie.
lie.
I'm going to go with lie.
True.
So you're going with lie. David's going with truth. What we got? We got Pepsi for sale going lie, and Gavlar going true.
Gavlar!
Gavlar.
I love that guy. He's made it.
It is, in fact, it's a true story.
What?
True story. Yeah.
So is that 3 points you got there? Well done.
Hold on. She just said true, lads. We got any proof of this then? Where's the picture? And where's Nigel
haven't got the
Mansell's
picture,
son?
Well, she
But
gave the fucking picture to him, you dickheads.
Well, you still haven't.
Yeah, he's got the picture.
She could be just saying it's true.
No, in all fairness, it was when I got asked to do it because lots of people just like would see me drawing or something like that
Yeah,
on my
but
brain.
when
when
you
I was
lie
there.
to you, they bring
And
out
I'd
the
get a lot of
person.
I'd get a lot of people going, "Oh, I've just lost a dog. Can you sketch my dog?" Or I've got an animal.
Yeah,
Can
yeah.
you sketch? And I'd go, "Yeah," because it's practice. And they
Yeah.
just literally they thought, "Oh, sod it. Chloe can do a sketch. Do you
Yeah,
mind? We'll give you some commission." I thought, "Yeah, extra money, sweet." So I did this really massive art thing, and then I thought they'll probably be about 40, 50 quid, because
Yeah,
I
yeah,
spent a
yeah.
lot of time. They'd watch me spend a lot of time.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
20 fucking quid. I was like, I was
That's
tempted to
fucking
just
so
go
tight.
rip it up in front of them and go.
You are good
yeah,
at it.
fuck
I don't
you."
know why you're a truck driver with the artwork
Yeah.
that you've got. It's brilliant. Really
I
is.
don't think there's money to be made
Right,
in
well,
art,
at the end
that's
of round
problem. Go
one,
on.
we'll do 2 rounds. And then end of round one, got David and Chloe on 3 points. Myself and Jamma were on 2. And Chris, sorry, lads,
winning.
you have
Winning.
no fucking points at
Winning.
all. 0. You're not winning, though, are you, lads? You're not winning in the slightest.
Oh, I thought it was
Right.
pointless then.
Round 2.
All right.
I'm not playing anymore.
Can I say 23?
23, yes, you
Good
can do.
Good one, yeah. Go on in.
I lost a friend due to
Lie.
a 20-mile bike ride.
All right.
You were
Where?
bike riding for
Where?
20 miles.
You don't
Where?
like bikes.
Who?
Well, where is the reason? We as a kid we used to go up to Mull in Scotland, and we had it was an Austin. No, it wasn't. What was
Allegra.
it? No, it wasn't. It was an
Yeah, hang on.
estate.
Lost as in dead or just lost as in he disappeared?
As in
Hang
like
on.
no, as in lost, as in like he's no longer my friend because of this
So he's not dead.
because of this bike ride. No, I don't think.
I
he
was
is.
reading this as dead and I was thinking, that's a bit
No.
Is he
extreme.
normally a bike rider?
No, he wasn't.
And were you normally a bike rider?
Yes, I would cycle for fucking miles.
What type of
Why
miles
did you
upon
upset him?
miles.
Why is he
So
lost?
we'd because the car only sat 5 people, and with me and him, and he was coming up on holiday with us. That made 6. We couldn't get him, so I said, "Well, why don't we get this train up?" And I was only like 14. We were only like 14 or 15 at this point. So we took the train up from
How tall were you?
Kendal. probably like 6'5" at that point. So we took the train from Oxenholme all the way up to Scotland, and we got the ferry across at Oban.
At 14, right? Okay, yeah, at 14.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Back then, they could do a lot.
yeah, it's different world.
I
isn't
like
it?
Oban.
True,
Oban's
true.
lovely.
Yeah, it's anyway. So I thought where we were going was like 5-minute cycle, and it wasn't. It was like 22 miles, something like that. It was, and he was
Off-road.
fucking no. It was just like up and down, like little country roads, like single track. And at one point, he stopped his bike. He threw it down the embankment, and he just sat. And it took me about half an hour to convince him to keep going. And he just was not having it.
What bike did you have?
No,
Yeah, that's what I want to
I
know.
don't know. It was I
Penny
think
farthing.
If you bike forever, you must know what style of
Mustang.
bike. Was it a mountain bike, hybrid, BMX? What was it?
Road
no,
bike.
it was a mountain bike
Giant,
style,
specialised.
no, no. It might. You know what? It might have been my yellow Giant actually, because I did have a Giant, and it was.
did he know? Okay, he's not much of a cyclist. Was it even his bike?
Yeah, it was his bike. Yeah.
Okay, and did he know that you're going for a long cycle?
Well, no, because I told him it was only about 5 minutes from the ferry. This place, because I thought.
Okay, but it was 20 miles.
Yeah, I don't know. I just in my head, I'd been there a couple of times before, and in my head, it wasn't that far. And
Did he?
Turns
Did
out it
he
was.
say afterwards, like, "What the hell? I'm never going. I don't want to be your friend anymore."
um,
Or like after.
What, and just abandoned you? That's that it?
no,
You just
no.
left?
So we had the week on holiday, but then we had to cycle back, and he was just not wanting to cycle back, but we had to because there's no other way of us getting it back. And then he sat on the train. I remember him sitting on the train, and he just didn't really speak to us.
So
And then
Did you
after that,
did you
we're just gonna
book your
just-
train tickets?
I don't know. I'm guessing my mum must have done that. So we just had train tickets.
the question I've got, when you're cycling, you know that you're going to be doing this cycling, you know you're on holiday, but it's Scotland, so what's the weather like up there? Because why
Well, it
would you
pisses it
cycle?
down.
So why would you be cycling in that? I know that you've got to get there.
Because I cycle. That's what I did. I used
why
to
wouldn't you get in
cycle
a cab?
everywhere.
Well, I don't understand why you'll take
He's
a...
14.
Yeah, but still, jump in
Yeah,
a
he
cab.
didn't give a crap back then.
No.
Did you wear a
Meaning he's
helmet?
14, meaning the 14-year-olds don't have money.
Oh, after
So-
mum and dad. They're all on holiday. Why isn't mum paid
Did anyone
for the
get
travel?
hurt?
Did you wear a helmet?
No. Talk
No
to
one
the
got
phone.
Definitely not.
So what was the lad like before? Have you ever seen like episodes like this before with him? Has he ever
No.
acted out a character like this?
He was fucking fuming. He was fuming about it.
Yeah, I'm not believing it personally.
No,
I
I'm
just can't-
ready to say
I just
it's
can't.
false. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm stuck on the edge with this one. Tom.
True.
Go on, Dave.
Yeah,
Dave, what you on about then?
I just don't think somebody would like decide not to be your friend with someone as awesome as Tom just because Tom made a mistake.
I would if he'd done that to me.
To be fair though,
But
I do get it.
I mean, if you was that tall when you were younger, though, you had protection, didn't you? So you'd put up with it.
See, I
Really?
kind of believe it because I did do a similar bike ride, but it weren't that thing. It was from El Shilton to Leicester when I was a kid. With my mate threw the pissing down road.
That's a heck of a good
Yes,
ride. That
it was
one.
a good ride. We was only young. We was only 14. We did it, and we got back to my house, and I was drenched. But we
I'm
never
going
got
with
pissed
true.
off with each other, though. We were still friends, and we actually found
different
it
kind
amazing.
of friendship, obviously. You know,
I'm going
Yeah.
with true.
Is he known? First of all, Tom, is he known being a bit of a prat,
No.
bit annoying, as in like complaining
me.
constantly and
Yeah,
all that
that's what
kind
I
of
was
stuff?
him.
thinking.
Yeah,
No,
Tom
your
is
friend.
definitely.
No, he wasn't. No, but he complained for the entire trip.
Okay, I'm gonna say it's false.
I'm going false.
Was his
True.
parents called from your parents to say, look, he's a bit of a drip here, mate? He's not doing very well on this holiday.
No.
Go on, Jam.
Did you
what are you
fight?
going with?
I don't know. I'm so in between here because I'm thinking this lad, I get it, because I know what Oban's like as well. So where was it from Oban? Where have you gone down that main road? Because there's only one road into Oban. Have you gone that? Is that where you're riding down?
So
that?
we got the train in, and then we got the train. Went to the ferry, and then over like
Then
along to
across.
I
North.
With a
believe you
bike,
did
so
all
you took a
this,
bike on the
but I
train
don't
and
think
on a
he
boat.
defriended you at the end of it. I think you're still friends or were friends. I think he still might have had reactions. I think there's truth in it, but I'm going overall false.
I'm going to go lie. I really want to
Truth.
believe it, but I think it's a lie.
Truth. So what? So lie, truth. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was, in fact, true. Completely
Get
true.
in!
Wow.
Pepsi for sale got it as well.
Wow.
Yes,
That was a hard
I get a
one.
point.
But it sounded so real that it was almost
No,
like,
you don't
are
get a
you
point.
like, it's something that's happened.
You don't get a point.
but-
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's the person you get
Yeah,
if
if you
you
deceive.
fool everybody.
Yeah.
If you fool everybody, you get 4 points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unlucky.
Sorry about that.
Poor unlucky. Go on then,
David.
Yes, I look for.
All right,
look
pick a
forward to
number.
These ones.
Between 1 and what was it? Oh, two,
Why
two.
me? You look forward to my ones.
You're just very good at it, David. Like you're just naturally very good at lying, and it's great.
That's not a
one.
Okay.
You're an expert liar.
All right. What did you say?
1.
Okay. Who's number one?
Chris said 1, so we're going to go with that.
Yeah.
I once stood on a nail while wearing a dress.
True.
How long was the nail?
Why were you wearing a dress?
I like that Chris went for, whereas Chloe went for the actual question that we all needed to know the answer of. Why the fuck were you wearing a dress?
Yeah, but it's David. He would
Let's
have
be
been
honest,
pissed off
Chris. The
somewhere,
nail
mate.
has no relevance to the story.
no,
The dress
no.
is the part.
How long was the nail?
I'm gonna say it was enough for it to go through my shoe and stab me.
Ouch. Okay, so you're wearing.
Six
shoes.
inches.
Okay,
So it's
so
just stab,
it
yeah.
didn't go up through the top.
Right.
So I think so. It was probably an inch.
It was
Like
enough
a
to
tack,
hurt.
you know, 'cause
like a little wall tack.
Yeah, it hurt. It's like you've stepped on Lego, basically.
it was a nail that was on wood.
It was a bit of Lego.
It was, but
What was the design of the
Okay.
dress? What was the brand of the dress?
Right, no.
Why?
Why
Why
were
the
you
dress?
wearing a dress?
Well, we know why the dress. It's David.
we
He would have been
don't.
pissed up somewhere.
No, we
He's
don't.
Irish.
We need to know
He
why
would've
the
been
Why a
pissed.
dress?
I promise you.
Why
he
a
would have
dress
been
and what type of dress? Come on then, why?
it was a purple dress.
Okay.
It went. It belonged to my mom.
Okay.
That's
and
True.
I was.
That is freaky as hell.
I was in a play
In a play.
at school
Okay.
when I was 9 years old,
Right.
maybe 10.
And why was the nail on the floor
And-
then in play?
yeah,
in a play?
in a school.
It was outside. It was outside the school,
Okay.
and there just happened to be a nail.
What, in wood?
And,
What?
uh,
Just
on wood.
So you were
Yeah.
outside
Okay, so
the
it's through
school,
wood.
wandering around in your mum's dress.
I was outside with everybody else,
Checks out.
and it wasn't time to.
Did you have
to wing it.
heels
It
on
was
as
just-
well?
I did not have heels.
What were you
because I don't
acting?
think I
What
would
were you
have. I don't
being?
think I would have actually stood on the nail if I did have heels.
what were you playing? Obviously a woman.
I was playing a
Surely
woman,
they've
yeah,
got
I don't-
girls to play women.
Yeah, why didn't they pick?
Or
Have
was
you
it
never
pantomime
been-
Yeah, they
style?
do.
Have you
men
never been to a
pantomime.
pantomime?
Yeah.
Okay, it was a
women in
pantomime, right, okay.
Look at Hairspray, for instance. John Travolta made a wonderful woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, true story.
So
There
was
you
this
go.
for your heels?
It was through the center of my
You
foot.
sent to your foot, and you say it went an inch.
yeah.
Now, as a kid, I know you got very little feet, so it must have been
I
protruding.
don't remember how much. I don't remember how far it went up. It just enough to where it pierced me.
So did you
where,
not get to
there
do the
was-
play then?
How long was the dress?
I know. I still did it. I actually got in trouble for it, and because I was whining, and they wanted me to shut up, and they just didn't care. So I did.
Well, it would have been a tetanus jab. surely
Honestly,
involved
up
in it.
until now, it could have been 50-50, but this does sound
This
like
is
a very
Ireland.
Irish
yeah,
school.
this is
This is
Irish,
Ireland
yeah.
in 1988.
Is this a Catholic school as well?
Yeah, I still don't believe
Yes.
that. There's still
Yeah.
health and safety for the little Irish kids. They're going to look after them. I know they are.
How long was the dress?
It was on the ground, and I was practically walking on it.
So how big was your mum? A midget?
Well, no, because it could have been a short
Well,
dress.
if he's
couldn't
not,
it?
and he's not, David's
No.
not very big. So surely it should have drowned him.
Well, no,
like
because
a
it
wedding
was a
dress.
short dress. If it was
It
a
was
wedding dress,
definitely-
it would have drowned. But
But his mum's dress.
It was definitely on the ground. It was definitely crawling on the ground.
How big was your
Could
mum?
have. They could have turned it up at the bottom.
Yeah, they wouldn't have let
Put
you
some
walk out like
safety
E.T.
pins in it.
Sorry.
I'm picturing E.T. now. Dressed up like a little...
Oh.
Smell it, you got COVID. So this...
Tom, you got any questions?
I just don't understand.
Honestly, no, I don't. I want this to be true. Not because of the nail, but I like the idea of a little little kid you running
A little
around in a
David.
dress. I just like that idea. And if it's not true, I don't care.
What was the play called?
good question.
Surely you'd remember it. You
Stumped.
got stabbed.
I don't remember.
Would
No idea.
To be honest, yeah, I was in
It was a
plays
long
at school.
time
I,
though.
is it
I
not
don't
one
remember
long
that.
Friday? I'm going to say definitely you would know that. You would know that. As a kid, you're going to know the play. What you're playing. He's playing
You'd
a
remember
woman.
something like
Yeah,
that. You'd
he's
remember.
playing a woman. He's going to remember like Little Red Riding Hood or something. But then he's this little Irish kid in an overdress. Who's going to allow the kid to go to school for a play with a big dress? You're going to at least tuck it up like Chris said. Oh, your child's going to fall over
No
and hurt
health,
himself.
no health and safety belt. Then it's fine.
I'm
It's
So- no,
false.
this
It's
is-
a lie.
This is BS. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is lie.
Yeah.
I'm going true.
Yeah, I'm going true as well.
I think this could be true.
2 and 2.
It's true.
What?
True.
What?
True.
Yes.
No way.
Yes, true.
Fair
Yes.
play, David. Have you got a picture of it?
I honestly got well, it was a very good question. No, I don't believe so. It was a true story. I did stand on a nail, and it did affect my foot years later.
Really?
Like,
Yeah,
I'm not surprised.
where we-
You never got
Yeah.
your tetanus.
there was a sports day where I was
you
running,
got that Blackfoot
and
from
I
Mr.
couldn't run more than 50 feet at a sprint without it hurting.
Really?
Wow.
And it doesn't hurt anymore. But I never told my parents, or I did, but they didn't take it seriously. But I didn't.
Didn't realize how bad it was.
I did get in trouble that day because, well, first of all, I was I was a talkative kid. You know what I mean? But he did actually say, as like, if you don't want to be part of this, you can, because this was the same year I got kept back.
Yeah.
All right. So my teacher did tell me, this is the part that I really remember now. She told me, if you're going to misbehave, why don't you just go to your original class? And I was like, so you want me to go to my old friends in the next class wearing a dress? and they were saying, yeah, no, go. So I walked away and I hit around it was like a wall, and I just sat there. I'm like, I'm not going in. I'm not going in. You know,
I know
like,
that one as well.
I hated,
You've had that.
and this is, by the way, and this is the same situation too. Like where at the end of the year before, when so everybody who is going to be going to Mr. Doulahan's class is this, and everyone who's going to go to Mr. Flynn's class are this person, and then I realized my name wasn't called out at all. David, can I have a word with you, please? This is how I was notified how I was being
Did
kept
she call
back.
you David or Denise in the dress?
Thanks, Jamma. Appreciate it.
David, was there other kids, boys wearing dresses, or was it just like pick on David?
There was a couple. Yes, there was
Right,
there was
okay.
a few. There was a few.
'Cause
I
this
honestly
sounds
I
like
do
you're
not
being
remember what
very
the play
singled
was.
out.
Yeah. I
Don't
always
watch
felt like I was being
David in a
singled
dress
out.
for the fun
Well, he
of
had
it.
a
We can
beard
bully
and
him later.
Honestly,
Yeah, no, there was definitely a few of us. I don't think we were.
if you told me
wearing
this
makeup or anything.
story without knowing David as he is today,
Yeah.
I would say, oh, this is the beginning of a school shooting story. This is like, is this how Columbine happened? Is this the beginning of that? I, without context, I wouldn't have known. Wouldn't have fucking known.
Was you singing the song "I'm So Pretty" in the mirror?
I was
Do it.
obviously,
And he still does today,
I'm so
isn't it? That right, my
He
friend.
still has the
Jamma,
dress.
let's go.
Oh, me?
Never stop wearing dresses, Daddy.
All right. How many you got again?
Fucking a frock.
Go with two.
Yeah,
Go with two because you don't know how many you've got yet.
I
You've
don't
done
know. I
one.
got a clue.
Go
Right,
two.
I've got one here.
Okay, two.
All
two,
right.
two.
This one's a bit embarrassing, but at the end of the day,
Fantastic. That's what we want.
it's on. So we're all in a work group, WhatsApp group. I won't say the individual because of obviously it could bring up some bad shit, especially being online. I sent a nude to my female boss, and thinking I didn't realise it was an accident. I pressed the name, thinking it was the missus. It was her, and she sent one back.
Does your missus know about this?
Yep,
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
fully aware. Fully aware.
But how did the story go after this? Was this a? Oh, sorry, it's an accident.
So,
but thanks
so
for
where,
the picture.
where were you? Where were you working at the time?
I'm not going to say, obviously, for reasons,
Okay.
mate, honestly.
Okay. So what sort of work were you doing?
I was in refrigeration. I was a manager. Just before I moved to America.
Right. Okay.
I was
So
a manager.
you were in management, and this was
Yeah,
like
customer service
your
manager.
right. Okay. Right.
Right.
This is way
It's good
before.
customer
I've told you
service.
before, I never wanted to. The trucking was. I fell into that because Kay got pregnant. I needed a secure, good job, and that's why I chose trucking.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was a customer service.
Were
manager.
were you? Was it a complete nude, or was it just a dick pic? What did you?
Oh,
send
it was
to
a
her?
complete nude, basically, with a Christmas hat on.
Okay, and what did she send to you?
It was a picture and a video.
Okay, and
Wow.
what kind of picture was this?
So the first picture was literally a close-up of the lady muff, the parts.
Okay, all right,
Right.
okay, and how many minutes did it take for her to reply to you?
How many
And
minutes?
she, like, did
Yeah,
she
yeah. So
literally-
from
Was
the
it
point of
instant,
sending
or was
it, was
like
it straight
thinking
back?
about it?
Oh
yeah.
no, it weren't
So
straight,
she
but
had-
no.
So she had this on her phone ready to go, just in case.
No, because the picture, the background was the toilets in the work.
Okay,
It was
You
our
sent it to her while you're in work. So
Well,
were you
I'm thinking
naked
it was
at
you
work?
at work.
I thought it was my missus. I was on
Right,
my
but
work break.
why
So were
did
you
you
at
have
work
this
naked?
nude?
No, of course I wasn't. It was obviously backed up in my phone, ready to send as a surprise.
So why did you wait
Yeah,
until
we
you were
all
at
do
work?
stuff like that.
Do
Why
we
did
now?
you wait
Okay.
until?
All
Why
right.
did you wait until work to send this message? Why didn't you like take the picture in the
Yeah.
bathroom and then send it to her and be like, "Hey, come upstairs"?
Or
Guess
just
what I'm
open the
doing?
door and go,
No,
woohoo!
I do it.
Yeah.
I still do it to this day. while she's at
Helicopter!
work.
Hashtag,
Yeah.
I was literally
See-
about to make a helicopter joke.
I'm not going to argue with that bit because yeah,
I still do it now.
take photos and then send them like 2-3
Yeah.
days later.
Yeah, because it shocks them. Look, you've got to remember, if their mind's on something else, then, oh, what's this? Oh, for God's sake, Jermaine.
what was?
Yeah, but then when you go in your
message
pictures
from your boss after you said,
you put them in a
as in,
private
like,
box.
actually, sorry, that was actually it wasn't supposed to be sent
You
to you.
live in with your missus.
What was
at
the
this
conversation between you?
Yeah,
No,
sorry.
No,
What
no, I won't.
Go on, sorry, David. Go on.
What was the conversation between you and your boss after
Yeah.
after both of you realized that you accidentally sent it?
Oh, no,
Or
I
did you have to
definitely...
play along and have an affair?
No, I definitely accidentally...
Oh, what a shame! I have to accidentally get on with this one
I
now.
definitely accidentally... I sent it accidentally. I was supposed to go to the missus, and my reply... Well, to her, I didn't reply. I, in fact, left the job. I left.
Hang on. Did you realise the moment you sent it, or did you just send it and not
No,
realise
no,
and
of
then
course
get
no.
something back?
I got the reply back thinking, oh, here we go. And it was the boss's name. And then when I opened it, it was the picture of that and then the video of anal beads going inside. And I thought, oh my
Oh, wow,
God,
okay.
what do I do here?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. This is
Wait.
sounding very fake.
Do you
So
still
she
have
had
the video?
Anal beads
I do have the
at
video.
work.
I still have the video,
Kept
yes.
it.
Wait, your missus didn't make you delete it?
Mate, I'm a bloke.
Oh,
You're
okay,
mad.
fair enough.
For the bank, mate.
What
Oh, wow.
what color were the anal beads?
I couldn't tell you, mate. I think there was like a... I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Brown when they came out.
Well,
Yeah, I don't know. Mate,
Wow.
I've never seen them before.
Okay,
Like, I
so
was-
how long were you working at that company after the situation?
Well, I moved. I left. I went to America. I fucked off.
Immediately that
No,
day.
no,
That
not
scared
that
him
day.
off.
No, no,
Okay,
no.
how many days,
So-
weeks,
so
months,
just
just
whatever?
about-
were
it was
you with
about
your
a
current
month.
missus?
No,
Oh, okay, right.
Okay.
this is before kids. This is literally I'm 19.
So
yeah,
wait,
that does. Yeah, that sounds.
so
nice
what
of
year
you to
was
do, yeah.
this?
How old was your
Yeah,
boss?
this was 2006.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And
2006.
So
Yeah,
what did
how
she
old
send
was
it to
she?
you on?
What did she send it me on? MSN back then.
How old was the boss?
Oh, she was quite old and big. Her name was... I nearly said her name then.
No. So, what sort of age? Give us an age range then.
I'm really crap at ages, so I would say 46 in that sort of age.
So
Big
late
boobs.
40s.
Right. So so you sent
But
this
that
on
doesn't
MSN.
mean anything.
Pardon?
You sent this on MSN, did you say?
Was it
MSN
MSN or something?
Messenger.
Or
No, he's-
Black? I don't know what it was. It was a messenger thing that we had back
You
then.
first said
That's-
you first
and
said
also-
WhatsApp.
Yeah, because that's
Yeah.
what I'm thinking now in
And
my head.
also
It was a messaging
MSN,
thing back then.
You,
Yeah, because
how are you going to
trying
mistakenly
to
send
work
it to the
out.
wrong person
Yeah,
on
yeah.
MSN?
I'm trying to work out.
Unless they're
what messaging- I
nudging
can't
you
remember the
continuously.
It's falling.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. This is falling
Yeah,
apart.
the
Yeah.
line's
It's not
falling
no,
apart.
right.
Yeah.
Listen, it's not.
Well,
This is
right.
a lie.
It is.
No, right,
This
no,
is a
no,
lie.
no, it's a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie. This is a lie. He's been caught out in a lie. This is a
100%.
lie.
100%.
Right, are we all voting a lie on this?
Yeah, lie.
4
Lie.
lies, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It was, in fact, a true lie.
Oh no, I would have never
Wait.
have guessed. A true lie.
All right, it was the anal beads that did it for me.
Honestly.
You know,
So
It
this
was
happened
good.
to
So
someone else,
there is
I'm
some truth
guessing.
in that. There is actually
Yeah,
some truth
yeah.
in that. No, seriously, there is actually some truth in that. I was
Yeah,
actually
but
back
this
from America.
right, but is this true or is this a lie?
No, on my grandma's ashes, mate. This is true now. This bit. So that
Yeah,
bit did
but
actually
was this
happen.
is
Was
the
the
story?
story
The original
True or
part
Yeah.
is
The
a
The
lie.
original
original
part is a
is
lie
lie.
with the boss, but yes, but that
Okay.
other thing with the videos, yeah, that definitely happened.
So someone's
And
actually.
my cousin
okay.
can vouch for that. I showed my
Right,
cousin the
okay,
pictures.
but it
straight
wasn't your
away. I went,
boss.
Look at this. Wasn't my what,
Oh my
mum?
god. No, your boss.
Yeah, when you said
Oh my god.
when you said the age
Yeah.
and when you said MSN, but no,
I know,
yeah,
I
the
fucked up.
MSN.
Because the time it
yeah,
puts
you
me
got
off.
MSN.
fudged up.
Well, I even said at the
because-
start as well I was with Kay, but I've not been. I went with Kay when I was 18.
Well, I was waiting to see how old you were because I quickly Googled when was WhatsApp created.
I literally have that question.
Yeah.
See, you ain't allowed to do that because they don't do that on the show. So that's
Yeah,
against the law.
we aren't doing the show though. We're doing our own.
Yeah,
take,
this is
right?
our own version.
This is
Fuck the
our
other
own
show.
version. We can do what we want.
That has
Fuck
still
off.
yet to have a proper
It
name.
was definitely true then. Here she is.
You lying motherfucker.
Love
Well
it.
played,
It was
mate.
good.
Well played.
Very good.
I think that's the first time that someone's actually been fully. He got fully caught out, and he was like, "Oh no, this has gone wrong for me."
You know what? My belly actually started to work, like really hurt. My belly when I started getting hot. I was like, and then I just saw Chris's head, and it was like, "No, I'm done." I was like,
Yeah. It's a done deal at this point. Yeah. Right, Chris, let's have you. See if you can get some points, lad.
What number?
How many
How
you got
many
again?
got?
Sorry.
3.
Three.
Okay,
yeah.
number one.
Number 1.
Oh, was it? No, okay, not 3. Are we doing number
Which
3?
one?
Chloe?
Just
which
do
one?
one.
Three. Do three.
Number 3. I once went to the toilet in Buckingham Palace and bumped into Prince Philip on the way out.
What? As he was on his way to the toilet, or? Were you in the wrong
What were you
toilet?
doing there in the first place?
I was obviously Queen's Guard.
Oh, you were
Yes.
working there. Okay.
Did you have any kids with him at
Did
the time?
what prince?
Prince Philip.
And that's who's Prince
That's
Philip
the
again?
king now, isn't it?
No.
No,
that was the
no, it's not.
Queen's husband.
"Yeah."
Oh, that Philip, right. Who's the king
Yes.
now then?
King
Charles.
Charles.
Philip, innit? Charles. Oh, my bad.
Charles.
Well, none of the names are real, are they?
Wipe that one out.
Chris would know that.
so-
None of the names are actually real.
Okay,
know I
so you
want-
bump into him. What did you do?
Obviously apologised, stood to attention and saluted him.
And what did he say? Anything? Or
So
just like...
you're supposed to salute?
Yeah.
To every single.
To a royal family member, yeah.
So, question: why were you two allowed to use the same toilets?
Because the ones in the guard room, so if you're looking at Buckingham Palace, to the left-hand side, the smaller, lower building is the guard room.
Mm-hmm.
The toilets were blocked, so we were just using the ones just through into the palace by the kitchen. And Philip was obviously known for using the kitchen a lot. So he must have
Okay.
needed the toilet.
There's so many factual situations that he can easily answer.
Yeah.
All right. Like where was the restroom? Where was that? And all that kind of stuff. So we need to catch him out.
There's one here.
We're
you
gonna
can catch
figure
him
out
out.
if this is a lie.
If he was a guard, you can actually catch him out because they're not allowed to move or anything. And if they faint, they have to stand there and just faint.
No,
and it
no,
makes
there's-
the
Yeah,
count.
but he
no,
wasn't
that-
standing
there's-
to attention,
that's-
was he? So he was off.
There's
This
different
is indoors.
ones. Yeah.
So
If
were
you're
you off
standing
guard
to
then?
attention, you've got to.
Yeah, so
but he was off guard.
you
I'm
do
guessing.
24-hour duty at Buckingham Palace,
Yeah,
and
that's
then
what-
you swap and rotate. But within those 24 hours, you only stand out in the public eye for 2 hours at a time.
Right.
Right.
And then you do 4 hours in the guard room on downtime, where you can
Are you
out.
this
I like the guards, by the way.
has nothing to do with the figuring out. Sorry, I just got a quick question, otherwise I'll never ask it. When you're a guard and you're standing there, are you standing there perfectly still for 2 hours, or are you walking?
No, you're allowed
once in a
to
while?
move up and down, so you've got a set route.
Just to get your circulation
Yeah,
going
so you
on.
What
don't
happens
go.
if you're really desperate for a wee?
You piss yourself.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's why I wanted
And
to ask
Do
that.
you
is it
literally just have to
noticeable
hold
if
it
you piss
in?
yourself?
No, because how far the public are away from you, because obviously the public are kept outside the black barriers,
Yeah, the gates.
Uh-huh.
and you're stood right next to the palace. So what's that, 20, 25 metres?
Right.
So
Yeah,
you-
but there's
you're
an
not
arch in
gonna
the
see.
middle. There's
So
an
when
arch in
was-
the middle, a courtyard.
Yes.
So when was this?
This would have been 2011.
Okay.
How did you
And-
get
all
into the job?
sounds factual.
And just quickly, so what alert status were you at?
You what?
Because there's different alert statuses where
Heightened.
like you were at heightened.
Yes.
So
What-
what's so did you have? Was the gun loaded or not?
Yes. 10 rounds. 10 live rounds. That's all you have when you stood out the front.
So you were obviously in the army. I know that.
Oh, good. I like
Why
to know
did
that.
you?
'cause I go
How
run
did you
them
get
a lot.
into the palace guards thing? Is that a thing you've got to do at some point?
It's
or-
Coldstream
Called
Guards, isn't it?
No, so they do public service duties, and they will randomly pick regiments to do stuff. And obviously,
How
they
long-
picked
how long
part
are you
of the
doing it
raw
for?
logistics.
How
6
many
months.
years? 6 months. Okay.
What did Prince Philip say to you when you banged into him?
He apologised and then said good morning, and then went in to use the toilet.
Did you say good morning back to him?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. Okay.
And he
Okay,
was
I
on
think
his
I'm
own.
ready.
Prince Philip was walking around on
I'm
his
trying to
own
think of
without
questions.
any
Yeah.
kind of bodyguard around him at all.
Nobody
Well,
with
he's
him.
in Buckingham Palace, so they could.
Well, he could be
yeah.
infiltrators or espionage going on. You never
The
know.
problem is, he's got such a disadvantage with this story because there's,
we have no
there's
idea.
only so much knowledge that you can have about this. I've exhausted all of the facts that I know about the guards.
Yeah, me too. It sounds. I personally think it sounds true.
Yeah,
because
everything's
I have
checking
no
out with
other.
me. Yeah.
Yeah. He's not giving us any indication that it's false. You know,
But there's no reason for it not
but,
to
like,
be true either. It's just it could easily happen. I can see it.
Has it only happened the once?
How did it smell? How did it smell after you walked in?
What
Walked
did you
into
leave?
what?
Or were you on your way out?
I
What
was
did
on
you
the way
leave?
out of
You
the
didn't do a
toilet.
Tom.
Yeah, so
you didn't do a
how
Tom, did you?
how did you leave it? What state
Well,
did you
I've
leave the
just been
toilet
for a
in?
week.
Okay, so it wasn't. I wouldn't go in there.
Had you
mate.
done what people do in public
Sir?
toilets and just pissed up the wall and shit?
No, I lifted the seat. and
Did
was
you sit down or did you just stand up to pee?
stand
What
up.
happens if you need
don't-
a poo?
But then you go. What,
you
when
have
you're
to
out,
go
to in there?
when
Are
you're
you
out the
allowed?
front?
Well, are you
If you s-
allowed in their toilets? You know, they might have special toilets that you have to poo in.
What about your big?
No.
What about your big hat? Do you have to bend down?
I
under
was
the
about to say
toilet?
about the uniform.
Not everybody
if-
wears the big hats. It's only the Coldstream Guards, the Grenadier Guards, and...
Oh, that sounds all fake. You just made up those.
No, they're
words.
real.
Total fake.
Coldstream
Don't
Guards
worry.
real, yeah.
So because I was part of the Raw Logistics Corps, you don't wear the bearskin hats. You wear the bus conductor ones, you know, with the peak that comes down
Yeah.
over your eyes.
Yeah.
So
Those
what
hats
battalion
what
was
we
that
were.
in?
Oh, so you, is it
what
was like
in?
dress uniform?
Yes, dress uniform. So it would have been the dark blue that we wore, with the white belts, white gloves.
So did you speak to the Royal Angulans battalion?
The Royal Anglicans that I've seen, I've served with them in Iraq.
Yeah, my cousin's been there in Iraq. He served there. Yeah.
Right,
Look,
I'm
I
ready.
believe it.
Jamma, you've
We
not
need-
helped the
we need-
situation there at all.
Yeah. All right. I don't know. None of us really did. Really, it's kind of one of those situations that, yeah, well, everything checks out. So I'm going to say true.
2011.
True.
I know he was really ill back then, and he crashed. So was he old? Was he fit enough?
He was old for a long time,
Yeah,
Jamma.
but was
That's
he
not
fit
helped the
enough?
situation
No, I'm just
at all.
thinking, was he fit
the
enough?
guy
And
was the
why-
guy was old for about 40, 50
But
years.
I also know what he's like. From watching The Crown, he was quite arrogant. He wanted people to come to him. So the food and that, why would he go down to the kitchens? He would have them bring the food up. Why is he
going to-
downstairs
I'm
getting
still- I'm
food?
still
Because he's
happy.
just wandering around the palace
No.
aimlessly. He's like, there's only
He
so
would have
much
been
you
at
can do there.
Balmoral.
He's looking for people to salute him
reckon-
Yeah.
because people
I
weren't.
think
He,
he was
wasn't
at
getting enough
Balmoral.
people
I'm going
saluting him.
false. I want to believe it because I know that he does military and I understand he's telling the story bang on correct here, right, with what he's saying. But Philip going, no, from what I've seen, he's an arrogant. He was arrogant. He
All right, Tom.
Come here, peasant.
So you're saying
I'm
lie,
going to say lie.
Jam? Okay,
Tom, what
I
are you
think
going with?
true. Chloe
don't
says
know.
true.
I'm
Come on.
so
Split
conflicted
decision.
on this.
Go.
I'm going to go false, and it is just a stab in the dark. It could have gone. It's
It could go
genuinely.
either
I
way.
could go either way for me on this one.
There's definitely truths to it.
Chris,
100%. If it's not, if it's
put
not
us
right.
out of our misery. What is it? Is it true or is it false?
It is, in fact, a lie.
Oh wait, no.
Was it
I
based
guess
on fact?
It is based on fact.
That
Yeah.
was,
What was it, Prince Charles?
honestly, the suspense
Nope.
on that.
Yeah.
It happened to somebody else.
No, I never bumped into him coming out of the toilet, but I did meet him down the corridor as he was coming from the kitchen. And
So
I'd
it's like a
been
5
using
second
that
difference
toilet.
in
Either
in
way, you
reality.
got that
Yeah.
one right. Did I get that one right?
Oh my god,
Yeah,
that's like
yeah.
Yes, Tom.
Fuck me.
TJ.
But it is based around facts. He did used to go to the kitchen. Prince Philip did used to help himself and cook for himself, and he
Wow.
would quite regularly come into the guard room just to sit down and watch football with the guards.
I will
while
take
we were
it
there
back
watching
then.
it on TV.
Philip, my main man, you're not arrogant. You're a proper lad.
Charles is a cock.
Well, seen his sausage fingers.
I'll have this pint of Guinness here, shall I?
Right.
I get 2
Chloe.
points.
You do get 2 points.
Done.
Yeah, you and Jamma are tied.
In a dark room.
All right.
Chloe,
Yeah.
yours.
Last one.
Yeah, number 1, Chloe.
So
What was her original one?
whatever one you want, Chloe. At this point.
Well, she's got. What was her last one? Was it false? So we know this one's true.
Okay.
It's false. Oh, that's true.
So this was
It was
false
true.
then.
Oh, not necessarily. Not necessarily.
Well, we don't know, do we? I have a secret sister who's moved to the States to be a porn star.
True. True. I fucking hope it is.
If I'm
What's a secret? Define secret sister for me.
We
please.
don't talk about her in the family. But the rest of my family have kind of disowned her.
right,
Like, is she like a full blood relative?
Yeah, no, she's a full
She
sister.
was-
Yeah, full sister.
I'm going to pull my pants
As
down,
in,
and if you
like-
see a white bumhole, you're telling the truth.
Now, that was her her
If this
actual
is
goal
true,
was
can
to
we
just
have
move
links?
to be a stripper.
I'm not sending you links. No, I'm not sharing
Well,
links.
you've disowned her
It's my
anyway, so you
sister
don't
you're talking
mind.
Do you have
I've
links that you're not
disowned
sharing
her.
with us?
I've not disowned her. The rest of my family have.
What's
So
her
do you
name?
still
How
speak
come
to
you-
her?
I've not spoken to her, but I've not disowned her. I just don't speak
How
to her.
old
I'm
is
not-
she?
Right. So back up. So
No, he
Well,
asked a
at
good
what
question.
point did she become a secret sister? Like, was she like you grew up with her? Yeah.
Yeah, so she's like 2 years older than me.
Right.
So she's like, I've got my 3 older brothers, and then she was there, and then it's me.
So Daddy had an
It's
affair.
same. She's got the same mum and dad as you. Yeah.
Same
so she's
mum
not
and
like a
dad,
half.
yeah.
She's not a
No,
half
no,
sister
all
or anything
full
like
sister
that, right?
and everything. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Mummy or Daddy had an affair.
No. What?
Well, I did-
No.
No.
No, she's a full sister.
Oh
Full
right,
sister.
okay. Because she's some like sister, like she's. We don't
Full
talk about
sister.
that one.
But my mum and dad don't approve of it,
What's
and
her
it's
name?
just kind of. Well, she goes now by Layla Jade.
I know Layla
What was
Jade.
her
Is
name
that a
when-
stripper name?
That's her porn star name. Yeah.
Why would she be called Layla? That's a black girl's name.
I don't know. This is what she's gone. She's gone to America and done it. It's obviously a reason.
Don't
hold on,
Google.
Chris,
Don't
Chris,
Don't Google.
No, no, no.
Camera at
Do
least.
not Google that.
What?
What was her name before she went to America?
She's called Elizabeth. Is her real name?
She's called. Not her name is Elizabeth. Elizabeth.
No,
you know,
her
but
name is
she's-
Elizabeth.
It's just the way you said it. It doesn't sound.
Her name. She's called Elizabeth.
Okay, it was how you
Which
said
porn
it.
star
It's how you
company
answered
does
the
she
question.
work for?
I
Sweaty
don't
Betty's.
know.
Because
I
Elizabeth.
don't know porn
I was
star
thinking.
companies. I've not asked that.
I
I've
have a
not spoken to
question.
her.
I have a
Yes.
question. In what body of water did your brother rescue her from?
She's not being rescued. Very clever. Very clever, but she was disowned. So why would she get mentioned?
What?
Oh, oh, the poor thing. Tom, why would you have to ruin that? You knew what you were going to get.
No one else
So let's go ahead and
No one else has got
let's
a
strike
clue.
that from the record. Everyone in the jury, please ignore Tom's question and how Chloe answered it.
But it could be a ploy. You never know. It could be a ploy.
Okay. So
Could be a
what age
boy.
was she disowned? When did she start getting all these active?
She basically went pretty much straight from after high school.
Are you
wherever
still
it is.
going on and pretending that this is
Well,
going
you
to be
just
true?
told us to just disregard Tom's thing.
Pretending
I
it's-
didn't even get the reference.
Right.
of
I
what
told
So
you it
Tom
was
just
false
made.
from
very
minute because
quickly
she only had
to
two.
explain to some people, to those who are not in the know, on last week's episode, Chloe had a fact where her brother saved every single one of them from a body of water, and she went through all of the 3 stories, and there was 2 brothers, if I remember correctly, and there was a sister. It was you, and that was it. There was only 3 of you, and you're trying to say now that you now have another sister who
Secret.
wasn't in water, but wasn't included in this story.
She didn't like swimming.
Lie.
Well, apparently neither did any of the other cons. That's why they ended up in way worse. Sorry, I keep swearing this week.
Do you actually have any brothers then, or is this all a facade?
Oh, who knows?
Was last week true or false?
Well, she did
Last-
say that
last week
before
was
to
true,
all of
yeah.
us, didn't
Yeah,
she?
last
She has
week was
told us
true,
that
yeah.
before as well. I remember telling us about
Yeah.
that to save the people in
That's
the
a true
drowning
story.
situation. Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to say false, like I said. Right.
Yeah,
originally,
I'm
'cause
really
we're in
sorry,
there too.
Chloe. It's false.
Yeah, false.
False like my teeth.
Sorry.
It is.
Oh, please be true.
In fact.
It's been true.
Please, please.
Oh, David's
True.
anticipating it. Look.
Truly false.
True, false.
For a second, you nearly had me
fair enough.
there.
I'm like, what?
Oh,
a
it was
very big-
it
yeah.
was one of Daryl's mates from school that's done this instead. But he said use it as a sister, secret sister. I was like, okay, that checks out. Didn't even think in my head
It's
that wouldn't
such
check
a
out.
shame.
Should have just said
It's
Daryl's
such a
sister.
shame that it wasn't the other way round. And if you'd said
What
that it
Daryl's?
was
Oh,
no,
should've done,
if
should've
last week, if this was last week's and then last
Yeah.
week's was this week's,
Yeah,
Well, you could have said it was your
you'd have
grandma.
had that.
I've got to learn. We've got to learn this. It's a learning curve. We don't repeat
it
from
is,
what's
yeah.
last week.
Well played.
Bollocks.
That was a really good one. Chris, you can now Google Layla Jade, was it? Layla
You can
Jade?
now Google. This is a real person.
Thanks.
Yes, she's from Timber.
Is she?
Yes.
Right,
It is based
well,
on truth.
All right,
we
sorry.
end the show, folks. Me and David are once again tied. I think we tied last week as well, did we not? I think so. yeah.
Holy
Some-
fuck.
Have you found her?
Yeah.
You're married, Chris. You're now married. Like she's married.
She won't know.
I think Chris is going for a wank now. So on that note, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't watched, honestly, it's probably for the best. So we shall see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you so much for listening. Our podcast manager and editor is David. Thank you very much, sir. You're an absolute legend. Hosts this week are Chloe, David, Chris, Jamma, and myself. Yes, we had quite a few people. If you'd like to support us, go to our Patreon, like our beautiful mega supporters such as Arthur Job, Daniel Speed, Dan M, Jack Goodwin, John Brown, Justin Reaney, Lord, for fuck's sake, what the fuck is this one? What the fuck is this one? Lord Schlong. Good Lord, really? You're going to make me read this one out? I hate you all. I love you, but I hate you as equally. What the fuck is that? That's completely derailed me. I didn't expect to read that.
All right,
we'll continue
Mihal.
with this. Mihal. It's okay, I've got this, David. We're okay. Phil Starkey, Skip Dude, Stephen Patterson, Trucker Soud, and Trucker Colin. You are all amazing. We also have some other sports as well, such as Big Mike, Gavin Williams, Ian Croucher, Neil Rees, Trucker Joe, and Danny Flynn, the W Anchor, the Wanker. You're a superstar. These guys get some amazing perks, such as extra content, access to the Discord, and if you'd like to support us in other ways, you can go to samuelslack.com, get some amazing merch, and follow us on social media like YouTube, Instagram, or just search Just Another Trucking Podcast. Thank you, you're amazing, and we shall see you next time. Bye-bye.